Hail and well met. Welcome to the Westgate Irregulars. I am your DM, Eric Scott to be, and these are the Dungeon Scrawlers. I'll have them tell you who they are, starting with Aaron. Take it
Start
away.
with me. I've still got the giggles. Hi, I'm Erin M. Evans. I'm the author of the Brimstone Angels saga. I'm also going to tell you about our sponsors. Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms is a strategy game that unites iconic Dungeons & Dragons characters from novels, campaigns, and popular shows into one epic adventure, including Frida and Havilar from the Brimstone Angels novels. The game is available for PC and Mac on Steam and Web, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and on all Android devices. For more information, check out idlechampions.com.
I'm Rhiannon Held. Under Rhiannon Held, I have urban fantasy novels. And then under RZ Held, I have space opera novellas. And one is newly out just this week. So once I'm done talking, I'll put a link in chat for folks. And also, while you're looking around the Twitch page, we're all authors, and we've set it up with an Amazon plugin or something, whatever it's called, Amazon Blacksmith, where you can see a selection of books from all of us.
I was going to mention real quick as well, if you are here from Idle Champions and looking for the code, you type in this lovely command over here, or our mods will help you out. And let us know if you get anything fun and shiny.
Hi, I'm Yang Yang Wang. I am a writer and a filmmaker.
Hi, I'm Stephen Merlino. I am a teacher and a writer.
Hi, I'm Emily Tang. I'm a writer and game designer for Wizards of the Coast. Disclaimer, all thoughts and opinions expressed in this stream are my own and do not represent Wizards of the Coast. Sorry, I'm trying to do it without notes for once.
Wizards in your head, legals over your shoulder.
Yeah. Don't blame Wizards of the Coast if I say something you don't like. Yeah, hi, Randy Henderson, an author.
Great. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, audience, for returning to learn more about the mysteries of Westgate and see the shenanigans that ensue. We left off on a bit of a cliffhanger last time, and I think Rogar is going to recap the events leading up to this moment. So take it away, Randy.
Oh, right. So I'll put on the recap, and also slip into my accent. I hadn't even practiced it. All right. So
you hadn't practiced your accent? Oh no.
I know, right? So usually I try like a little bit before the show, like, oh yeah, because it's been like a week since. Anyway, so recap. There's a lot, I think, leading into this. So that.
You practice your internet connection.
Yeah.
I might lose my connection or something.
Apologies, everyone. We seem to be
It's a little jerky, jerky.
Our connection to the
here.
realms
Yeah, you should be good now.
slightly disrupted.
Doop, doop, doop. Am I back? Doop, doop, doop. No. Doop, doop, doop. Am I back?
Your audio is.
Oh, okay. All right.
You're doing a really good robot right
strike
now.
a pose.
You are. Excellent robot.
All right. So, well, I'll just talk then, and you know, if you've stopped hearing me, just say something. So, Twilight Knight, he was this like vampiric leader of the shadowy gang known as the Night Masks, who terrorized our party. And to keep Stong's adopted daughter Mirabelle and all our friends safe, we gathered them all in Artemisia's house, called the Briar House, and our sorceress friend Myrin cast a sequester spell on it to hide it from our enemies. But something went wrong, and the house is now stuck in some other dimension. So then we battled the Twilight Knight and defeated, kicked that ball bag's tiny. And but during that battle, he summoned a holy relic, Vindicator, which is this powerful sword that this rogue paladin named Kaelian Dren, also known as Shadowbane, was supposed to be keeping safe from him. So the fact that he was able to do that is not a good sign. Probably means something happened to Shadowbane. So that's a mystery. But then at the same time, Artemisia's been dealing with her stepmother, Marsalea, who came to town to try and drag her off to do the family business. Anyway, and there's been a lot of drama there. But in the end, Marsalea was basically being held outside of town in this mansion by House Blith, and who also control a gang known as the Fire Knives, a rival gang to the Night Masks. And with them also was Sersun, who's like an elven werewolf, I guess.
He is a were-elf. or
A were-elf.
elf
Aye.
wolf, or he's not a werewolf.
Not a werewolf technically, but he can transform into a wolf. So
Yes.
and when he does, he's not wearing any clothes. So is he not wearing what? I don't know. Anyway, so
100% accurate.
right. So
Hashtag not pants.
right, yeah. So he showed up some time ago and was like, "Hey, Cecilia, you know, I'm came from our patron, although she's of course not a warlock, but I'm the knight and you're the emissary." And so he was there with them, and he decided to just go like on his own, start burning down House Bleth. And so that caused a distraction, and then there was like an epic spell battle and cool stuff happening, and then they escaped. It came back to town where they found. So now earlier, Sarsen had declared that he'd been like sent by their patron to hunt someone, and the sisters Artemisia and Cecilia believed that might be Jigs, the wolf who came back with Cecilia from her away time.
A gap year in the frozen north.
Right, her gap year.
That's right.
So
/ east.
So the sisters had Myrin cast a spell on Jigs to disguise him as a dog. And so Rogar actually kind of got close to this dog because he was really good at like just sitting there and listening to Rogar like spill his guts about all his inner turmoil and crisis of faith, because, you know, he didn't have like, you know, like a MySpace or Live Journal or whatever the kids use these days. I'm just kidding. So
TikTok.
TikTok, right? Just
so
and so so he's just, you know, was taking comfort in the dog's presence. And then last episode, when Rogar sort of reached this crisis of faith, Shay Darksong, who's this cool like half brow like priestess of Eliestrier, was like offered to help him contact his goddess. So they performed a naked dance ritual in a cemetery at midnight, as you do, right? And but something, of course, went terribly wrong. Surprise! And zombies rose up, and then something like seemingly summoned by some dark force emanating from Rogar himself, and then the darkness amassed into this like some horrible monstrous form and attacked everybody in it, and it was about to like loomed over Jigs the dog, who attacked him, and then he turned into an elf, and then Jigs the elf like touched Rogar's chest and like said, you know, look inside you, the power was within you all along, kind of thing. Was a moment, and then in that moment, Rogar was able to blast away all of the darkness and the undead. And then, you know, the others, Cecilia, everyone who'd been at House Bleth showed up and was like, what the heck's going on? And who is this elf guy? And that's kind of where we left off last time. And Rogar had been tasked now with a vision to find and defeat the Bogglewomps. And so was this massive darkness, you know, the Bogglewomps. A lot of people, I think, believe that the Bogglewomps aren't even real, if you can believe that. So I wanted to show you a few other monsters of the realm that I bet you didn't even know existed, but are definitely real. So this first one, of course, this is the one most people like call on as one of the most ridiculous monsters, but it's called a Floomp. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, that's the flying spaghetti monster. This is actually real. The Floomp really isn't. So this next one, though, you've probably heard a lot of buzz about. And this is, of course, all from Rogar's bestiary. He's got an intelligence of 9, and he knows a lot about monsters. So this is a beholder. See, it's holding all the bees. The worst thing about the beholder, of course, is murder wolf. That's what it's holding. Terrible. Anyway, so that's just one example of the terrible things. But this one, you know, I know of several people who have battled this particular beast. This one is a bowel bear.
Oh no!
Oh no!
A bowel bear.
Oh my god!
I have to say though, it is particularly vulnerable to dairy products and fiber. Apparently, so if you have to battle one, those are its vulnerabilities. This next one is called, I think it's somewhat self-explanatory, but I'll explain it anyway. It is a mansplaintacore.
What's it explaining? I can't read that.
Hold that up. Hold that up, Randy. It's just one. It's called a die, not dice. And Gygax. Well, actually, D&D wouldn't have happened if Dave Arneson hadn't. Yeah,
That's some good mansplaining.
okay.
So I was actually thinking about a man spread the core, but then I decided to go with a succubus. This is a succubus. This is a person who's on the bus and just like makes your entire bus ride suck.
I mean, that's kind of like manspreading.
All right.
It's lots of things.
That's an action that he has.
Yeah, that's one of his legendary actions, is making your bus ride suck. Right? And then for my final creature that a lot of people didn't believe existed, but absolutely do. This one is sorry. This one so let's say you're in an inn or a guild hall or maybe like a reunion of your old adventuring party, and suddenly you get cornered by a creature that uses a talking attack to drain all of your energy. And it's not, I know it's not a psychic vampire, although
it's not Colin Robinson.
And you roll dexterity saves, but you can't escape. And yet you use deception to try to escape, but it fails. I'm like, I'm afraid you've become trapped by a Minotaur. So this is a Minotaur. Every minute spent with this creature feels like an hour. But,
I like it.
Yep. So that was just a few examples. So the people who say like the Bogglewumps obviously aren't real don't know what Rogar knows about in the realm. So now you know, and I'll probably post those on the website and stuff.
Nice.
Stuff. But anyway, there you go. That's Rogar's recap. You're all caught up, and hopefully now you believe in Bogglewumps. And we'll go back to you, omniscient narrator God.
Thank you for that, Rogar.
Absolutely.
I hope your compendium is expanding. We'll be encountering a few more interesting creatures that you can add to it.
I don't want to encounter any of those creatures in the realms, though. I think it's like automatic roll initiation. Let's kill them.
I mean, I kind of want to witch bolt the succubus.
He's a big, widespread target.
You know, the thing that's harder is the leaning over and commenting on whatever the person next to him was doing. Like, no, don't enter my bubble. My Sudoku. Yeah. I don't want your opinion.
All right. So it is late at night in Westgate. The moon has mostly hidden behind the clouds. There are occasional rays of moonlight that shine down, one of which shone upon Rogar and his new companion, Ruin, who was formerly in the form of the wolf, Jigs. And everyone is assembled, and they're all gathered around this graveyard full of corpses and broken stone and pieces of corpses flung around at all the buildings and such. At which point, Ruin looks up at Cecilia and Artemisia and goes, "Sisters!"
I look behind me.
Sarshan also looks behind you. And he says, "Ruin!"
What is going on here?
And the elf says, "Sarshan!" And they go in and embrace warmly.
Is this a prelude to him killing him?
Yeah.
I mean, I always think that that's a possibility.
Like very
Where did
warmly.
you pick up this guy?
Yeah, where did he come from?
Wasn't he the one that Sarshan was hunting?
Sarshan pulls away from Ruin and says, "I haven't seen you in forever." And Ruin says, "Forever is such an overstatement. You often overstate things." He says, "Yes, I do." And then they kiss.
Oh.
What
And then they
kind of
part
kiss?
again. Oh, like we used to date sort of kiss.
Sturge is going to give a significant glance to Rogar.
And Sarshan says, "What are you doing here in Westgate?" And Ruin says, "Well, I had to visit my sisters." And Sarshan says, "Well, I suppose that makes sense."
So
I'm going to look at Artemisia and be like, I immediately hate all of these people.
Is this a pack thing, Sarshan? Where like it's not actually sister, brother, what?
Sarshan looks back at you and says, "Oh, it's complicated." Ruin says, "Don't worry, Sarshan." Pats him on the cheek. "I shall explain." And he heads
Please
over
do.
toward you.
Sturge is getting dressed.
Is it like a thing with them where they just say things and they expect you to understand them?
Apparently.
Without any kind of
Oh.
clarification? Oh dear.
Oh,
Oh, what happened?
Oh,
Randy
Randy.
drop.
Rogar fell briefly into another dimension.
Technical issues. Sirik
Rogar
has
was overcome with his
interfered.
emotions.
Yeah.
Are we all mixed up now for a minute?
Just
Gang
Rogar and
fix it.
Scourge. Don't worry, I'm on it.
Okay. So
So I can't pretend to be Rogar. Okay.
Not yet.
Ruin walks
you can
over
still pretend
toward
to be
you,
Rogar.
and as he approaches, he shifts form into the silver wolf that Jigs is.
Are you kidding me?
So you're like Sarshan.
He looks to Cecilia and he says, "Yes, I am not kidding you. This is really me."
Now you're going to talk? Now you're going to talk.
Well, my curse is broken, so now I can talk to you.
Wasn't
All this
Sorsh-
time.
He shifts back into his elven form.
Yes.
He actually kept his robe. He didn't.
yeah.
He didn't turn
Good.
naked when
Thank
he
goodness.
shifted.
I thought Sorshan was like out to kill Jigs.
Yeah, that was kind of the implication.
Yeah.
We came
Sarshan
through,
is
you're all,
like-
I'm hunting somebody, and
Sarshan looks around. Excuse me, Cecilia. I have a very important question for you.
no, I'm sorry. I'm asking questions right now.
All right, I shall wait.
It's okay if he pushes her. It says it anyway.
And Ruan says, "Yes, please ask me whatever questions you have. I'm sure you have many, but perhaps you would like to go somewhere warmer rather than stand here in the midst of the graveyard."
I don't know, I'm pretty hot right now. But although the rest of you seem to be standing around naked, what is happening?
Well,
Star's
I don't know.
just
Yes,
enjoying.
Al,
Is it Rogar the
folk
only
of
one
our
that's-
family are very
That's right. I don't
attractive.
remember who put their clothes back on.
I think
Stong.
Rogar was
Stong
the
did
only
not.
one.
Like Stong is standing there
Proudly.
majestically, and Rogar has some of his clothes on.
It's not often that adventurers take off their armor. It's like Stong hasn't removed his armor since we started adventuring like years ago. So he's just going to enjoy this feeling for a little.
Showing off all your impressive scars.
Yeah, you also happen to
Stuff.
notice a little tattoo on his, right underneath where his heart is. And it looks like a kid's doodle of a large
Aww.
orc and a tiny girl.
Oh,
So cute.
So you hear watch
Yes.
horns go up
Those
Oh.
from
guys.
nearby.
All right, let's go somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's something
Apparently-
else and not related to us at all.
Apparently, the zombie apocalypse may have attracted some attention.
Oh.
You also see
Where-
smoke rising from somewhere else, not too far away in the city.
Oh my god, you guys.
It wasn't me.
Rogar's just kind of
It's too much
standing
day.
there, sort of
Oh,
stunned and
was
trembling
that-
slightly, and just looks dazed.
was that Bleth? Is that Bleth burning? No.
There is
Is
that
smoke
what the-
rising from outside the city as well.
Yeah,
Wait,
we
why is it
might want
rising
to
from inside the
discuss
city then?
our
We don't know.
relationship as a group to the fire knives going forward. Because Artemisia and I, well, really, Sarshan made an executive
Sarshan.
decision.
Sarshan says, "I made a decision."
Yeah.
Ruin goes
But-
over to help Rogar up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going inside is, I guess,
Yes.
the purple lady. Like, we don't have anywhere else.
Ruin
Yeah.
says, "Fantastic! I've been wanting to experience the Purple Lady as an elf.
No, you're going to sit down and answer questions, not experience
Right.
things.
Right here or in
No,
the...
come. Oh my god, I can't take two of them.
Of course, of course.
Are you sure they aren't brothers?
We're kissing like brothers.
Oh yeah, that's right. Are you sure?
Yeah.
No, they were
I
not.
mean, okay, like I've just been thrown way too many curveballs right now, so I don't know. For all I know, this is how wolf people kiss
Ruin
like,
says,
when they're brothers.
Cecilia, take your time.
Oh my god!
I
Just
shall
let's
answer
go.
all your
Let's Go
questions.
inside.
Hmm.
Get out
Alright,
of the way
so
of the
you all
watch
start
and
heading-
possible
heading
fire
away?
knives.
Okay. You all start heading away. Does anybody linger, stay behind? No?
No, did Shay go?
Shay's standing there looking back and forth among the group of you. Like,
Because like I don't want to leave Shay to take the blame, but I also think Shay can take care
I
of
feel like
herself.
she can take care of herself.
So,
Well, if we're going to the Purple Lady, I mean, that's sort of home base.
she
right?
says,
I don't know.
yes.
She might have the night off.
Drinks at the Purple Lady. Perfect. Perfect.
Yes.
That is an excellent
Do
plan.
Aye.
As
Yeah,
you
very
walk away, she comes close to Artemisia and she's all, "How do you find yourself in the company of so many hot elf men?"
Well,
Yeah, no,
I
some
got to
people
chase
have all the
down
luck.
this brother thing before, like, there's any sort of judgment there.
Right. Of course. Wow. All right. Anyway, so you're heading back to the Purple Lady.
Yeah, and I think we might want some place that's like private-ish, because I do not think this is a thing Cecilia wants to discuss with the entire population of Westgate.
Yeah.
Well, you do have access to the private booth, and Shay can put you into the private room if you want.
Room.
Room.
All right. So you're all
VIP treatment,
discussing
please.
that as you head back to the Purple Lady. Sturge, as you're moving away, your ears perk up. Or actually, no, your long nose perks up because you smell fresh blood and a very distinctive ashen sort of musky smell that you've only experienced once before. And you realize that there is a hunched, limping form kind of following you along through the shadows, leaning against one of the buildings.
What is the smell I recognize? I mean, when have I smelled this before?
Well, you linger behind and wait a second, and then you come upon Shadowbane, who is beaten all to hell. Like his armor is cracked and bleeding. There's blood coming out of it, and his helmet is mostly gone. And he seems to be unarmed, and he's like holding his stomach.
What?
And he says, "Sturge," and he kind of staggers against you.
What happened?
He says, "Dark," and then he kind of passes out.
Rogar, gonna need a little help here.
Everyone else has moved on ahead of you.
How far ahead?
Some ways.
I am most definitely storming there with my full movement and then some.
I'm gonna do message in the direction of Rogar just to see if I can catch him 120 feet away. Rogar, need your help? Come back to me.
I was at the back because I have perfectly the legs of the perfect length. Unfortunately, all of yours are too long, so you just get way ahead of me.
That's right.
So I'm lugging all of my
Movement speed
plate armor
25.
and stuff.
Perfect.
I on that, and I lugging all my plate mail and stuff because I didn't have time to put all that back on.
Right.
So,
It's all in your arms. You just
so I do have my pants on, so that's good. So I'll turn around and I'll just kind of like stumble back for a Sturge. Hi.
Okay, you see Sturge holding a kind of propping up a very, very unconscious Kalen Dren there.
He's in bad shape. Might need a little stabilizing at least. God, look back in the direction from which he came. Is there anything there?
Well, there's a blood trail that he seems to have left.
That's tempting.
Rogar starts like
there's a smear of blood on one of the walls in the building where you're pretty sure he fell off that building.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was probably trying to climb down.
Look up.
Fell.
Anybody up there?
Nope. You don't see anybody.
I wonder, can I, you know that create bonfire cantrip? Could you create that in the middle of the air and then have it fall down?
I don't think so. I think you need to create it on actual ground.
That could be kind of interesting.
I think that's a meteor.
Steven, flat surface.
Steven, throw a flat surface into the air.
I was going to say
So,
Randy, a frisbee.
Randy, you said Rogar was doing some healing magic on Kalen.
But I start to, I'm almost afraid like what's going to happen when I try it. But I reach out, I put my hand on him. I try and connect with whatever that was, that feeling when the golden lights used me and blew away all the darkness, and I'll cast a summon Sharindlar's healing power, cure wounds on him, and pray to Sharindlar, please, and the light flows through me into him, and he starts to glow slightly, and then it fades, and he's healed for 10 hit points.
Okay. his breathing becomes easier, and his heart rate, which was very, very slow, has kind of stabilized a little bit better.
And my breathing eases somewhat, and my heart rate, which was going very, very fast, slows, and I start to cry a little bit, but I'll hold it back. Okay.
Well done. Well done.
Still
Kaylin.
pretty out of it. If you
Kaylin.
want to take him with you.
Yeah. Come with us and speak. What happened?
You're not getting anything out of him.
Okay. All right. We'll help him along and toward the purple lady.
Okay.
And keep looking behind us to make sure no one's following.
So the first group, which is everyone except for Sturge and Rogar and Kaylin, arrives at the purple lady. Shay immediately sets you up in the private room, and she says, "You all have a number of things to discuss. I'm just going to get you some drinks, and I'll be out of your hair." And she immediately leaves.
She's going to listen at the door, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. No insight check necessary to know that she is definitely going to spy on you.
I don't think Cecilia is going to be quiet enough to require any kind of perception check, despite her need for privacy.
Definitely bind up Kaylin's wounds during this during the harangue that's about to begin.
All right. Well, they're going to have a couple minutes before you get there.
Oh, okay.
So, how does this start? Well, first of all, let me ask a couple of establishing questions.
Right.
One, did Stong put his clothes back on?
No, but Stong does have a greater invisibility spell, which he concentrates on the parts that he does not want people to see.
Yeah, just a blurry spot.
Does that mean we can see through you?
Is it like pixelated?
It's pixelated.
We just have like a hole.
It's like he's wearing censored clothing.
I just want to reassure everybody that this is a jug of water, not milk, even though this is a spicy game.
Yeah. And
At
just
this
for
point, it wouldn't
effect,
shock me if it's vodka. But
yeah, greater invisibility, I believe, only lasts for like 1 minute. So that's why he had to book into the VIP room. And then he sits down, at the table, tucks his, lower half underneath the table, and then he lets the spell drop.
Okay.
So he's bare-assing it on the bench there.
Cecilia, just so you know, Kayla
Kinda
knows
gross.
You experience it.
what was it? Blindness, deafness. So if you don't want certain people listening at the door,
oh, I
She
don't
could
think I'll
curse them
think
with
of
necromancy.
that. But if you thought of it for me, I wouldn't mind.
Oh boy.
Kayla wants to try and cast deafness on the other side of the door.
Yes.
You gotta cast it on a particular person.
On whoever happens to be on the other side of the door.
You're just gonna open the door and be like, "Bam!"
And then close it again.
Okay, hold
You're
on.
wicked, and I love it.
Okay.
It's a loyal, friendly kind of wicked. I'm very.
If she didn't want to potentially go deaf, she shouldn't be listening outdoors.
You know what's going to happen.
I guess that's reasonable.
Kaylin's going to be standing there between Rogar and Sturge. She's going to be like,
What's your alignment, Caleb? Just curious.
What's the DC to resist your
Currently
spells?
That's a rude question.
15 Constitution.
Okay, so you open the door, and there's Shay with a tray full of drinks.
oh, shit.
And she's like, "Oh, hey, I'm bringing you these drinks."
Did she manage to get that out before?
Do you let her get that out before? Or do you just cast it immediately?
Well, she would have been preparing to cast it the moment she opened the door, hoping to.
So you
catch
basically
Shay by
readied the
surprise.
spell for when you, yeah, okay. So Shay says, "Oh, I brought you these drinks." Wait, am I deaf? What?
They can be like,
So
Yeah. I'm gonna mouth. Sorry.
you pick either blindness or deafness. You don't do both with the same
Yep.
casting.
Would be deafness then.
And Shay looks at you and she's like, that was really not fair. And shoves the tray of drinks into your arms.
Oh, we do get the drink.
Well, make a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Our free drinks.
Hmm.
14.
Okay, you catch the tray mostly,
Couple drops spill.
and Shay looks at you like, I'm gonna get you, winged elf. And then she heads off. Okay.
I said sorry, but I don't think she heard me.
No, she did not. Oh. Door closes. And you are now alone, the four of you with the two elves, Sarshan and Ruin.
So let me get this straight. You were Jigs, pointing at
Ruin
Ruin,
says, yes, that is what you called me.
because you wouldn't tell me what your real name is, and that's what you get. Why did you come over here pretending to be a dog? Or a wolf. I guess, to be fair, you pretended to be a wolf, and then I made you pretend to be a dog to protect you from Sarshan. Who are you hunting if it's not Jig?
Sarshan says, how
God,
do we
it's
answer
this
those? Ruin
fucking
says,
chicken.
no, I have this. Don't worry. That was several questions. As to the first, I came with you to protect you. I could not speak with you. It was not that I would not speak with you. I was cursed to be unable to speak with you.
You can come up with something clever, like scratch it on the ground.
I did try several things.
Oh, that's why your dog food was always in the shape of elven characters, but I couldn't speak elven, sorry.
I needed to do something with it. I didn't really want to eat it. Sarshan says, yeah, that's reasonable. What they feed dogs is terrible in this city.
Every night he'd sneak into the kitchen and get into the icebox.
Ruin says, yes, I was enspelled. I could not speak with anyone who shares my blood.
So you are literally our half brother.
Correct. I am.
Who enspelled you?
Well, Sturge isn't there.
Oh,
Not yet.
sorry.
Well, okay,
This
so
seems like an Artemisia question.
yes, Artemisia, she looks like she's been sort of saving things up. So she's going to turn to Ron and she's going to be like, okay, so you said you were cursed. So is that like Sarshan's Gesh? Is it by the same person? And if you are our half brother, did you ever know our mother? Or did she just drop you off with her father like she did with us? Do you know anything about our mother? Do you know?
I know much
I can't
about
say
our
that
mother.
word, but the Cecilia knows what I'm talking about. Do you know?
Lithari?
Well, and the other thing too. Can
How
we,
dumb do you think we are? How were you going to pretend to be a wolf?
I wasn't pretending to be a wolf. I am a wolf. I am Lithari, as is our mother.
You know what you should? You know what his punishment should be? Just start using his full nickname. He's not Jigs anymore. He's Jiggle Wolf.
Just call him Jiggle. Cecilia might do that. Also, Cecilia did very much cut off Artemisia, thinking about what the other word was. For the record, that wasn't me.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Stalin would like to make a lore check. Like, what is a Lithari?
Okay.
Oh, okay, so that is going to be a 12 plus 15.
No idea.
Excellent.
Like it's an elven word that's similar to the word for a wolf.
Can Caleb do the trick also?
Sure.
That's
did
a 5.
your dad ever mention it?
I think Kalis should have advantage because Caliph is also a very rare sort of elf who did study at university.
That's a 21.
Oh,
nice.
All right, so
Well, school
you've
paid
heard
off.
of Lotharia. They are very rare. They're a very rare subsort of elves who are naturally capable of turning into wolves, or perhaps there are wolves who can turn into elves.
I'm gonna share that with
Technical
Stalin.
disruption again.
We're good.
Okay.
They can turn into elves. I mean wolves.
Well, we saw
Cecilia
them
and
doing
Artemisia.
that. But no. I mean, we're half. We're half. So,
But they
Well,
could,
maybe Cecilia can. Artemisia can.
Yeah, apparently we're half werewolf elves, and nobody bothered to tell us until now because they all thought we already knew.
You are half Lothari. You are not a werewolf. And Sarshan says, I tried to explain that.
I'm trying to explain it to the other people who don't know what the heck you're talking about.
I know what
Why
you're
were
talking
you in my
about.
dream? That's also I want to.
Wait, that's right. You had a weird dream. Did he call you a dummy too?
No, we were having.
I'm still
tea.
mad about that too.
I wouldn't ever call you such a thing. That's a rude word.
So, Stong would like to ask, each of you sisters are half Lothari, correct?
Yes.
Does that mean you can or cannot transform into wolves?
Apparently,
Half a
you just
wolf.
kind of know how to do it.
Or is it like you half transform, so you're human shape, but just covered in fur?
Which
No.
half of you
Literally have
transforms into a
absolutely
wolf?
No idea.
Top
Can
half.
you
or
let
bottom?
Justin is
top
terrible at
left
explaining
quarter.
this.
Can you try right now?
Your
Ooh.
quarter.
You just like make that.
I don't
face.
know. Just think wolf. What does wolf think like?
Apparently, it thinks like I'm gonna lie to my sisters for how long has he been here? I actually don't know. For an
I didn't-
eternity.
I
Okay.
did not lie to you. Not
The,
in
the,
any way.
the,
I
the
was
curse-
desperate to tell you the
once.
truth. I simply
Yes.
could not.
I mean, you saw what happened to Sarshan when he was fighting the Gesh.
It's not a gesh. We didn't establish a gesh. You said you couldn't tell us somebody in your blood. There's plenty of people. Could have told Myrin. I'm like, are we related to Myrin too?
I did speak with Myrin.
Oh my god, I'm so angry right now. Everybody is lying to me. Might stomp off behind the tapestry and sulk for a minute.
Kalis and I
Scream.
didn't lie
It's
to you.
silent back there. I'm gonna go back there and scream.
You see, yes, he turns to Artemisia. He says, I was bound into my wolf form. Something about the magic interfaces with my own ability differently than, say, Sarshan. So I think it is because I am a follower of the way of the planet, of the world. I am a druid.
So, I need to. Cecilia, but you didn't answer my question. Did you know
Well,
our mother?
I'm sorry. There were many questions, mostly from Cecilia. So, yes, I do know our mother, in fact. She's the one who cursed me.
I got to talk to Cecilia, but
Of course.
Caliph Amakir, did you ever know an Aravan Amakir? Maybe you guys like have an acquaintance in common. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. I gotta go talk
Wait,
to my
are
sister.
you asking Caliph if she knows Aravan?
No, I was asking Ruan if he knew an Aravan.
She was introducing you
Yeah, trying to introduce you guys.
because Artemisia never forget to do that.
How would you know that name?
That's my dad.
And then you hurry off, and he looks over at Caliph, and he's like, "Oh, he is."
My
Yes,
God.
what did he do to you? How do you know him?
Just stop asking. If you know where it's going.
See, I did try to speak with you as well,
Are you serious?
sister.
What?
Go Weds!
Okay, I honestly thought he was going to say he slept with your dad too.
What?
So I read that very wrong.
That's what I thought too.
But you
Says
have the
Caliph.
wings. Huh.
Does this mean I turn into a wolf also?
Oh,
Wait,
no,
that's
no,
your
no.
mom.
A winged wolf.
The spear witch is not
Whoa.
your mother. Your mother is somebody much more reliable and much less tempestuous and dangerous. I'm sure. I hope.
Does my mom know about you?
I don't know. I have never met your mother.
That's probably a no then. Yeah, next
The
one.
real question is whether your father knows about me.
I would assume he does. He tends to keep careful track of his adventures. If only to avoid awkward situations where they run into each other again.
Not based on my understanding. But
He might have matured into that.
perhaps.
Little notebook, all the names and dates.
Anyway, we should compare notes. And at that point, the doors open, and Sturgeon, Rogar, and a very battered Kaelin Dren come in, along with Shay, who looks at Kalith and goes,
Poor Shay.
Make room here, make room. This fellow is in bad shape.
Oh, Kaelin.
Yeah.
he's really, really beat up.
I dropped for a bit. Sorry, so we're entering the room now.
Your perfect timing.
Yeah.
Shay, could we get some medicine for him?
She didn't hear you.
Oh, ouch.
I'm avoiding eye contact with Ruin. So
Ruin
also,
seems a bit distantly sad, but it understands.
also, I wanted to say, like, I almost feel like we're going to need to add 3 more, like, break up our squares so that we're like, look like the Brady Bunch pretty soon, the way you guys are all sort of.
Yeah, like in terms of the family tree, what does that make us?
Yeah.
Like Erevin and their mother got together and made Ruin, and their mother and other people got together and made them.
Yeah.
The two of them are not related to Kalith in any way.
Yeah.
Like,
we don't share the right halves.
not blood.
Yeah, you're
share
not
halves
actually
with
blood
other
related.
Related to Ruan, and he's related to us.
Your
We're not related to you.
stepsisters, sort of.
Is it like first something removed?
It might be.
Nope. No,
No,
literally no genetic material
No,
whatsoever.
no blood.
Yeah,
It's
you're
all
kind
We-
of-
you know
you're
what?
kind of cousins
We can
in
be
a way.
we can be sisters of the kinship of our parents are nuts.
Amen.
That's deeper than blood.
This whole party is the
That's true.
parents who are nuts. The only one who doesn't have nutso parents is Stong.
Stepsisters.
I don't know. I remember meeting your mom, or I guess Cecilia.
My mom is perfect.
Okay, so
Well, Dieter would say so.
Dieter
the
knows.
two sisters are having their
High five.
conversation. You brought in Kaelin, who is obviously ailing and very injured.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get this guy to talk.
Stong wants to pull aside Rogar real quick and be like, "You guys didn't do this to Kaelin, right? What is the situation?"
Ooh, excuse me.
So we
Rogar?
found him this way, but I'm not this because in the arena he should have had when the Twilight Knight had Vindicator. I used to be wrong because they were supposed to be keeping that blade away from the Twilight Knight. And
Okay. So, Sturge,
Mm.
did you happen to catch what did this to him? Because
No,
Kaelin's a
he-
great
he was-
warrior.
He was barely able to speak, and if not for Rogar's intervention, would be unconscious, I think, right now. He couldn't speak. If maybe we could get some smelling salts to jolt him awake. Shay.
I'm sorry, she can't hear you right now. Don't ask why. It wasn't.
Sure
Kaelin.
enough, the doors do open. But rather than Shay, it is Lady Illyra who comes in, looking
My lady.
like very serious. She just strides past you, strides right up to Kaelin, and looks down at him and says, "What happened?" And he's like, and she grabs him by the shoulder, and you see and smell his flesh starting to burn. He kind of like starts up, and then she lets go, and she says,
That works.
"What happened?" And he says, it was an assault at Myrin's tower.
Oh,
Oh
shit.
no, Myrin.
And
Is she
Illyra
okay?
glares at him and then turns and walks right out.
What? My lady, do you need help?
She doesn't answer. She just leaves.
Shit.
Kaelin looks up at you and he says, there was a fight at the tower.
Who?
Night masks.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I haven't heard that name for a while.
Why do people keep asking that? No, being very serious.
Did Illyra go up to her chambers, or did she leave the place?
She just left the private room.
Well, I'm gonna follow her
Okay.
and see if I can get her to acknowledge me and just say, "My lady, please, a moment."
All right. She looks back at you and does that kind of like. She seems very serious and very driven. She says, "What is it?"
Shall we all go there to Myrin's?
I'll go myself.
I feel compelled.
What, to get yourself killed?
It's always good to have backup, isn't it?
Rally your people and bring them when you can.
All right.
I shall make certain that you will not be killed immediately. Anything that could harm Myrin and Kaelin to such an extent must be very dangerous. I need to see what's happening.
All right. I will. Thank you. Okay, return.
And she walks off.
And night masks? How could they do this to you? Night masks, those posing little primping stabby dagger douchebags.
Is that your impression of them?
It is.
Well, they are cruel and terrible folk, but some of them are highly skilled. They did catch us by surprise. Anyway, I came for aid, and I stumbled upon you in the street. And Sarshan is standing there, and he's like, "Are we gonna go fight? I'm ready to go fight."
I think we should go. Yes.
And Ruin comes over and he says, "Does this man need more healing? I
He
can help."
does.
All right. He lays his hands on Kaelin. Kaelin kind of flinches away, like by instinct, that he's not fond of healing magic, but in this case, he kind of needs it. So Ruin does, like green energy flows out of his hands to heal Kaelin. All right. So I don't want to skip over everything else that's going on. So what are the sisters talking about?
We've split and split and split and split.
Chaos.
Yeah, I'm like, the party is all back together. Now we're going to split several times in the same room.
Can we walk and talk?
I'm
Yes.
still behind the soundproof tapestry where I went to scream earlier, and then Artemisia came in.
Yeah.
In the middle of you
and
screaming?
Long screen.
I think I stopped. I think I had a good long scream, and then I just stood there with my arms crossed.
Well, so Artemisia, like, she's probably going to be like listening with half an ear to like what Caliph is saying to Ruan.
Well,
so
once you
we
get
can't
past
hear
the
through the
soundproof
tapestry.
tapestry,
You got to choose.
oh, damn it!
Which sibling are you going to care more about?
well,
Oh,
the
No.
thing is, the tapestry is not always soundproof, but Cecilia knows the command word to make it soundproof.
Oh, that's good. I didn't know
Right,
that.
because-
I'm glad Cecilia
because-
did.
Because you heard Illyra do that, right?
I've
So
used
you
different
could just
confabs.
imitate it and do the same thing.
Cool.
I mean, all right. So she hasn't heard about additional non-actually siblings. She's gonna go behind the tapestry. She's not gonna actually try to say anything. She's just gonna like try to like, I don't know, give Cecilia a hug if that's allowed.
Cecilia is going to be a little bit rigid, but you can hug her.
Okay. And then like she's gonna try to like hug her back or like, come on, just silently.
Are you hiding any more things? Pretending I'm too dumb to understand stuff? Are you just assuming that I can know things without? Are you going to join them?
I don't know. You know more than me. You know about the word that I'm not allowed to say. So
Just don't. No, we're mad at them. That's what we're doing. We're mad at them.
no.
Did I hear her say the word they're not allowed to say?
There's silence.
Okay.
Unless you somehow turned
Behind the silent
invisible and
tapestry.
snuck in here. Actually, you came in when we were behind, so you don't even know we're back there. For all
Yeah,
you
they
know, we
disappeared.
left.
I'm hearing like a Monty Python song, like "It's the word we cannot."
The knights don't say me. Me.
They're in the alcove of silence. We can call
it's
it the Alcone of silence if you want, but you know.
Cecilia is very aware that you're pointing out she's doing exactly what she's mad about Sarshan and Ruin doing. It's a bad witch, okay? It's a bad witch.
Okay.
There are the Wickler and the Hathrins. They take care of Rashomon, even if sometimes they're just absolute jerks about it. The Earthen think you should take that magic and you should look outward. You should go ahead and attack your enemies before they're enemies. Why not? Why not be expansionist? Why not just kill people because they're in your way? It's not great. I mean, it sounds kind of good sometimes. Like, okay, seize the power, do what you want. But you know what? They're twice the jerks that the Hathrins are. Probably more, like 10 times. Probably if somebody wanted to sit down. I bet Kalis could sit down and do the math, and it's at least 10 times. So that's it.
Okay. Sounds
It
like
isn't a thing I want everybody knowing. Because that's worse than being a werewolf elf. And I'm going to keep saying that. I don't care if it makes them mad.
okay. Well, can we at least still talk to them?
I don't.
Well, I'd like to go and ask some more questions. So, but I didn't want to leave you alone.
I will come out and I will be quiet.
Okay. So she's gonna like see if Cecilia will let her take her wrist to like.
No, I'm going to storm out there.
Okay.
I'm going to storm out there and I'm just going to stand and wait. But clearly something else is going on.
So now they're back and they can hear again.
Ah. Yeah, Ruin is healing very injured Kalen Dren, who is lying there like, and he's talking with Sturge about something.
To this point, like, I was curious, probably for all of us, but for Rogar in particular, obviously I'm curious, where am I at in terms of like spells and energy and such? Because so was I drained by the events in the cemetery, literally, or like where are we at?
Okay, when you attempted to cast spells in the cemetery, they did not get expended. They just
Right.
didn't happen. So you
But
still
then-
have those spell slots.
Okay, so okay.
Mhm. And Rogar is standing there a little bit confused. Well, like conflicted, like he has a lot of emotions going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Sarshan
emotions
looks over
going on in this
to
room.
Sarshan looks over to Artemisia and Cecilia, and for the first time in like that you've known Sarshan, he looks like guilty, maybe, or like unhappy. Like I obviously upset you two, and I feel real bad about it. But he's also not sure what to do. He just kind of like.
Sad puppy
You're going to
face.
apprise us of the bleeding to death Shadowbane situation.
Oh yes, your friend is bleeding to death. although they seem
Sturge,
to
what's going on?
stop the bleeding.
Sure.
Night masks attacked Myrin's home, and apparently Kalen was there, and they both got their asses kicked. And
Kalen says,
Illyra-
"Well, Myrin was still fighting them when I left."
oh my God! So Illyra is on the way, and we are invited to accompany.
Well, we have to go. It's obviously something to do with us because of the night mask.
How'd you
What's-
talk
what's
her into
Stomper
that?
doing?
Kalen says she must really like you, Sturge.
I try, I have a way with all people, really.
Wow.
Yes,
Everyone looks at Sturge like,
Fine people.
you know.
yes, you do have a way with people.
Yeah, to
So-
find
so-
a way.
So let's see. We undermined the Justice of Venom. We killed the Duchess of Darkness, collapsed their lair on their heads, and then killed the Twilight Knight. What makes you think though that it's Night Masks related to us? I mean, it could be Myrin just.
Who are
But
you asking that of? Everyone?
I'm just joking. Like, obviously, it's probably us.
I feel like we should help her, even if it's not related. We should probably help Myrin. Myrin's done a lot for us.
And we need to get Briarhouse back.
We need to get Briarhouse back.
I'm getting everyone moving. We can talk while we walk quickly. Walk.
Cecilia would be inclined to argue
put
that
armor on.
Yeah.
I probably need a moment to put armor on.
Oh my god!
I don't want to be arrested on the way there.
Are there public nudity laws in Westgate?
Well, that's a good
quickly,
question.
everyone help
Yes.
Song get his armor on.
Well, you don't need to help me. I got it.
Just quickly. We need this quickly.
But he has a way with people. I'm sure it'll work better.
Okay.
Oh, I just had a thought. We should probably establish. I assume Marcelea at some point got tired of our weirdness and headed out.
She left before you went to the graveyard.
I feel like Marcelea probably got out of the cart, saw all the dead zombies, the nakedness, the tender moment between the strange elf and Rogar, and then the elf says "sisters," and she's like, "I'm out."
Song's like, "Come on,
Marcelea,
Marcelea, join
us." This seems like a you thing. Okay, bye. So, when you muster up, the two NPCs who are present act completely opposite to each other. Ruin makes no move to go anywhere. He's there helping Kaelin. Sarshan immediately gets up, pulls up his sword, and he's ready to go.
Right.
Like he's just assuming he's going to come with you.
Okay. Well, Sarshan is welcome to come as far as Artemisia is concerned. But...
I'm just ignoring Sarshan right now.
Okay.
I'm going to spit at Ruin that, oh, good, I don't need protecting anymore. And then out the door. I'm with Sturt. I'm going. I'm going to punch something.
Concerned at all that the night mask might come to find?
I'm sorry. Say again.
No. Are we concerned that the night mask might come to finish the job?
On Kaelin?
No, they're working. They're trying to get Myrin. I'm probably because of us for some reason. Well, she hid our house. Maybe they knew that. I don't know. Anyway, let's go find out, shall we?
Under normal circumstances,
yes.
Cecilia would be concerned because Myrin is a heavy compared to us. And if they've taken Myrin down, I think our best course of action is change addresses. However,
no, come on.
I am very mad and I don't want to talk about my feelings. So I would like to punch some vampires.
Let's go punch some freaking night masks. Yeah.
I was going to say, is the night mask about you? Well, it's like your PCs in a D&D campaign and everything's about you in some way. So yeah, it's possible.
All right. Artemisia is going to go to Ruan and say, give Cecilia time. She has to calm down. I don't think that there's anything you could say to I have lots of questions also, but later.
I agree.
Yes.
You should do what you need to. I shall be here when you have time.
Okay, thank you. Nice to meet you.
If it comes up, you can reassure her that she definitely does not need my protection. She is more than capable of taking care of herself, and she has you.
Oh, thank you. So then she's gonna follow the rest.
Rogar will go up when everyone else is gone and go, "Hey, you're not going to tell anyone about all the things I said to you, right? But I know, and about my problems with the church and the kind of the reasons and sort of all of that."
He looks at you very seriously and he says, "Of course not. Not unless you ask me to."
Okay.
But we should talk further. Once
I'm-
you have done your heroing.
Would you mind strapping this bit of the armor on right here? Because it's kind of hard to reach.
He lays his hand gently on your back and then tightens the strap for you.
Oh, thank you.
But not too tight. Just right.
Just
right.
snug.
Right.
Such a nice word.
Yep.
Snug.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
So as we leave, I think Stong is gonna hang back and draw motion to Kalith. Like he wants to talk to her.
Like toward the back of the group? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just lagging the back of the group. So we're like walking with them, but he just wants to chat with her while they're walking.
Yeah. Okay.
You my
You
half
guys
brother too.
head out. Down the
That's what I'm kind of wondering. This seems to be like one of those daytime trash mags that I read, but it's real. How do you feel about suddenly having siblings?
Step
Annoyed.
siblings in law.
Annoyed.
Oh, what annoys you about it?
I already have one overly perfect brother. Do I really need more?
Well, yes.
No. That's a no.
Turns out my mother. Sorry.
Are you just saying that like in general, like from the
Your
front of the
mother
group?
know Aravan too.
Yeah. How do you feel about your dad's like general activities?
It's what he's always done.
Have you discovered like secret siblings in the past?
You went back on mute.
Oh, you're muted.
Yeah.
I know this is. I mean, usually he tells my mom all about it.
Why do you think he kept it a secret this time then?
That's a good question.
Maybe we should sending him later.
Hi, Dad. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. Why do I have a half brother? Does Mom know about him? Love, Caleb.
That in 25 words or less.
Yeah, we'll compose one later.
WTF. I have a bro.
All right,
Okay.
move on.
Any further discussion, or you want to get to the tower?
Just a
am
real
genuinely-
quick question, Stone. Are you sure you know who both your parents are?
No, I don't know anymore. I thought I did, but after the events of today, I call it 50-50.
Rogar doesn't know who his parents are because he's an orphan. So
Surprise, you're half evil elf.
So I think Stong, for just a moment, tries really, really hard to turn into a wolf. He just thinks about it. What happens?
Make a charisma check.
Charisma check. Oh,
Yes. Charisma check.
okay. So that is going to be a 17.
You do not turn into a wolf.
I don't think we're half siblings or remote siblings, Caleb.
If you're half on the other side, you should try to fly.
You do make your stubble grow a little bit, though. Just kind of like.
Whoa. Okay, I'm going to remember that. I'm noting that down. Canon now. I have that power.
Can win beard
Cannon.
growing contests. Yeah,
Yeah.
note that down.
I'm ready. It's testosterone.
I mean, if we're locked in a tower and we need to find a rope to climb down, eventually Stone will be able to grow one for us.
I love it. I'll remember that.
Oh my god.
I'm
Stubble
trying to
beard.
remember what movie that's from. I know that's from a movie. There's the beard. There's like a beard growing contest. But anyway,
I don't know now.
people just focus
People in
really
the
hard
chat,
and they're like,
Think of what that
"Ah."
movie is. I'll love you forever.
Animated movie. Anyway, okay. So I want to
that
say
mean-
like it's a throwaway gag in like a Disney or a Pixar movie.
Huh.
Anyway,
Question: Can Jigs turn into a?
Whoa.
only if he's
Awesome.
seen a flying wolf before.
Oh.
We should make that our new quest.
Remember,
to
druids
show
can
him a
only turn
flying
into
wolf.
animals they've seen before.
New quest. Drop everything. Let's go.
Find a flying wolf.
Can you
Make sure it's
polymorph
CR 2 or 3,
into-
no higher.
Oh,
Can you polymorph into a flying wolf?
I'm going to look
that a
that
thing?
up while we move.
If you polymorph Caleb and you leave her wings on her,
These are the important questions.
I don't think so. I think it's all or nothing.
Oh, okay.
Eric,
Yes.
as we get closer, Sturge is going to cast Longstrider on himself.
Yeah, you see smoke rising. In
No,
the,
there.
in the
Okay, that's where the
distance
smoke was from. Now we know.
as you're heading up the street. Darkdance Manor is not very far from the market. It's basically on the other side of the market from where you are. The market is closed down during the late night. So there are a number of small stands that are boarded up. Right. You see a number of people gathered, many of them Westgate Watch, members of the Eye of Justice as well, gathered to look at Darkdance Manor, which there are flames and smoke rising from it.
What are you standing here for? Help them. Let's get in there.
So 2 members of the Eye of Justice, in fact, 2 Justice Knights, stop you. And they're like, you can't go in there. It's too dangerous.
They shut up.
If you're not going to help, we're here to help.
Yeah,
You have such a way with everybody, Sturge.
I have a way with people. Shut up.
Yeah. Don't share your cowardice with us.
So they look confused, and you hear from nearby, someone says, let them pass. And you see that Levia is on site. And she
Who's your
says,
best friend, Sturge?
those are the Westgate Irregulars, you fool. Obviously, they're here to save the day.
Yeah,
The 2 knights stand aside.
Yeah, we always.
I feel like she was saying that kind of sarcastically.
Is Caliph with
Levia
us?
has the
Leela?
kind of voice and mannerism that most of the things she says sound a little bit sarcastic.
Resting
Yeah,
sarcasm.
Shadowbane
Yeah.
used to be an Eye of Justice leader, right? And he's with us. Oh, how does that? Also, does he have
Hey,
indicators?
Kalen's
not
with us?
with you.
Kalen's
No,
not
he's
with
not
us.
with
At
us.
the
Oh, that's
Purple
right.
Lady.
Him and Ruan are back in the inn.
Okay.
Right.
Caliph is with you. Kaylin is not.
All right.
Sarshan is also there.
Wait,
He was
Kaelin,
he was
maybe your brother.
ready
and
to
sister.
fight the 2 knights, and then
It's
he
like
couldn't.
before it was doppelgangers, and now it's like blood relations. Who's related to who? Everybody's
So,
related to
Are
everyone.
doppelgangers related also?
Is the gate
good
open?
point, Good point.
Aren't all doppelgangers related? Okay.
Poor Sturge
all
trying
right.
to actually have it
So
save somebody.
Once you get past the sort of 20-foot perimeter around the manor house, you see that the gate is bent and twisted and gnarled, and the face in the gate is like twisted and broken in half.
Oh,
Aw.
not Talkie Gate. Oh, poor Talkie Gate.
Oh.
That's so uncool.
Yeah.
Well, Artemisia did
Like-
like zap him the last time she was here, so she's gonna like
its
kind
face
of avoid
looks
doesn't count
like
when
it
we do
was
it.
in pain.
It's nice when we do it, not when other people do it.
All right, let's get our asses in there.
But you can definitely get through. You see that the garden inside is all on fire, and there's smoke
Oh,
from everywhere.
children love that
That's a nice
garden.
Okay. Do we hear voices or anything?
Yes, you hear shouting and the clash of steel from inside.
Oh,
I'm
let's
like,
get in there.
go ahead and wake up my packed weapon.
Okay, your great axe appears in your
Yeah.
in your hand.
A big great axe with the.
Is the front door
It
open?
looks like a very fancy magic.
Well, the
machete
gate is
axe.
open.
Does Blade
But-
Song work if I'm humming it?
You got to actually sing it.
Not called Blade Hum. You should make up that spell though.
Or maybe if she's just tapping her foot to it.
Blade tap.
You can sing it softly, but you're still
Right.
singing it.
Blade
Singing
whisper.
it as softly as I can.
All right,
What does your
that's
blade sound like? Is it the same every time?
It changes depending on her mood and
Oh,
how ready to fight she feels.
What is it like now?
Are you guys having this conversation right now as we're walking
Well,
through
I'm
the
wondering.
flames?
Well,
I'm wondering if she's because she's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fight. I'm like, Caleb, read the room. If it's really somber,
pop star.
I might not want to hear that either. I don't know.
Eye of the tiger. Mm.
I'm a champion.
Well, that's
I
always
got
appropriate,
this.
so.
I got this.
You
Please,
use your
I got
sword as a
this.
karaoke mic. Sorry. Anyways,
Does it sound like
Okay.
some Final Fantasy we're going into battle sort of music? I mean, you know,
dig that.
that's the one. Okay, so
All right.
Sturge,
please
do-
don't demonetize us. All right. So,
Yes. Yes, Rogar.
Oh, I was gonna say, do you have some kind of like freedom of movement kind of here now? Like you use normally, like
I think so. No, I'm quicker now. I have a bit of a boost for my speed.
any other preparations that you're making before you head into the embattled interior?
I'd like to sleep for 6 hours before we enter,
Oh.
but that's out of the question, I assume. So
I mean,
I'm
there
good.
is an
good to go.
inn not too far away.
Yeah, so I was like, wait a minute, I'll be back in 6 hours. Come with me, Gila.
Is there a bench and a vending machine somewhere we can just sit down
Yeah.
real casually?
So
and the music just doesn't miss a beat while you sit there.
Yeah.
So my what was I going to say? I was trying to say I don't do anything else to prepare. No. That's what I was trying to say.
Well, I think we shall take our break right now, and we'll pick up with the infiltration of the tower yard after the break.
Okay.
So, odds, please run a poll for our interview plus one. Randy is not eligible for this particular interview plus one because we had him last time. Well, technically we had Sarshan last time, but we had Randy before. Also, his internet is a little choppy right now, so one of us other five, and I'll be back talking with that person in about 5 minutes, so 7:47 our time, Pacific time, and then that'll last for 5 minutes or so. So tune in back to see what happens when they go into the fiery burning yard and try and save the high-level sorceress.
I thought we were trying to murder an ice mask.
That too.
Mostly that.
Don't go away, everyone.
Half
See you in a
full,
few
half
minutes.
empty.
Hail and well met. You have voted for Emily Tang. And Calith is here to answer your questions. And there was a request that Sarshan be the one to interview Emily. So, because I care so deeply about your happiness, audience, I will do that for you right now. Sorry about this in advance, Emily. Calith, it's so good to finally have a moment to talk with you. How are you?
Slightly annoyed. How are you?
Well, I can certainly understand that. I often find that women are slightly annoyed when they're with me.
Just women?
No, not just women. But apparently, I have some questions to ask you, if that's all right. So I'm just going to do that. Is that something that people do?
I mean, you can try it out and see if it suits you.
Fantastic. So, how does it feel to have a new half-brother? Corollary. You have a new half-brother?
Yeah, it's you. Didn't you know?
Oh, it's not me. I am not in any way blood related to you.
I know.
Not that I am hitting on you. I just want that to be clear.
I know. Can they hear Aaron laughing?
And
Yes.
probably can, yeah. Oh, I think they mean Ruin. You're Ruin's half-sister. Wonderful.
Yeah, apparently. Came as a surprise.
Yes, well, he's full of surprises, is he not? How do you feel about that?
Not fond of surprises, so currently not fond of ruin.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, he does tend to grow on people, so maybe that'll change. Maybe not. Maybe you will drink him dry of vigor and life energy to fuel your necromantic plunge.
That wasn't the plan.
But
Yeah.
is it the plan now?
You brought it up, not me.
You are a clever, clever woman. All right, another question. Why are you so mean to Shay? Apparently you deafened her. Oh.
Okay. It wasn't an accident. It was not an accident, but
It was an accident, but not an accident, right? Right there with you.
I was concerned for Cecilia. I didn't want her secrets being overheard by absolutely everyone.
Yes. Yes. I too know what it's like to do rash things for Cecilia's benefit because we think that's what she might want.
I mean, she wanted the private room. She seemed to prefer to keep this to a smaller circle.
That's true. Well, I shall do it next time. If Shay eavesdrops on us, I shall silence her myself.
I'm sure she'll take it just as well as she took it with me.
I'm sure she shall. A question for an entity of your acquaintance named Emily. Do you know an Emily?
I've heard of her. She's not, but I don't know her terribly well.
Apparently, she's
She's fabulous.
She can't really talk
Cecilia
about how
assures me
fabulous,
that
though.
she is fabulous.
She doesn't have wings. How fabulous could she be?
Ah, that is true. How fabulous can one be without wings? That's true.
I mean, you're only somewhat fabulous yourself.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That was so kind of you to say.
Somewhat. Focus on the
What?
somewhat.
What does somewhat mean? Anyway, so the question about this, Emily, is this Emily working on something that she can talk about? Or would she like to promote something that she can talk about?
Nothing for her current. I can speak for Emily and say there's nothing with her current employment that she's working on that she can talk about.
Ah, so she works with a mysterious guild of wizards that dwell on the coast. I see.
But she has some personal projects that she's doing.
Ah, fantastic.
She's writing a space opera, not to step on anyone's toes.
Ah.
And she's
Sisterhood of the Space Opera.
Exactly. And she's going to be participating in the Clarion West Write-a-thon.
Ah, congratulations. Ooh. That's wonderful.
Shout out Clarion West.
Yeah.
Huh. Corollary. What is Clarion West? It sounds like a trumpeted charge of some kind. Westward.
Into Westgate.
Into Westgate.
Gang, do you want to jump in for this one?
Sure. It is a spirited charge.
I don't have a spiel memorized or anything.
I'll just try to answer it real quick, I guess. So,
sure,
like, it is a spirited charge towards professional writerhood. If you are an aspiring writer and you are looking for a writer's workshop, it is a 6-week residential workshop here in the heart of Seattle. It is super cool. We get 18 people from all over the world, put them in a house together for 6 weeks, and each week they have a published, notable author who comes in and lives with them and teaches them how to write.
And I, Eric, just pretended that I didn't know what Clarion West was. I have actually sat in on one or two of those seminars, and they're pretty cool. They assemble great talented people to do some intense writing stuff. And if you're an aspiring writer, that's a really good course to try out. Congratulations, Emily. I'm glad you...
No, I'm not in Clarion West. I'm doing the write-a-thon.
Oh, okay,
so
cool.
The write-a-thon is their biggest yearly fundraiser, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Ah,
so
that's even cooler.
It's like a walk-a-thon, but with words.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like,
nice.
I've heard the speech before, but I don't remember it completely. But it's basically there's a bunch of writers they set goals and they will write, and then you just go and support them and cheer them on and donate, and they will sometimes offer incentives and stuff like that, like recognizations, or they will write you little postcards. Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'll be doing something.
Well, I'm sure that'll be fun. Good on you for taking that plunge. Okay, back to Sarshan for a second. All right. Yes. Caliph, I have heard you sing your way into battle several times. What can you tell us about your blade song?
I haven't been practicing it.
What? No. You sound so wonderful. You mean that's the unpracticed version?
I mean, you've heard my dad sing, right?
I haven't the pleasure, actually. I scrupulously avoided your father when he came to town.
Next to him, I sound like a toddler trying to belt out the ABCs for the very first time.
I'm sure you were being modest. You should have faith in your abilities.
Again, you should hear my dad sing. It's really kind of unfair.
I think that might be a bit dangerous for me. On to another question. So one person is wondering, if you can turn into a wolf, would you be a blade howler rather than a blade singer? I see. Excellent question, Zeldarine. You named yourself after the elven gods for a reason.
Yes, I think she would be a blade howler.
Nice. I think that's it for the questions. Do you have anything you would like to impart, Calith? Perhaps about your condition?
Make sure you know just how far your family tree extends so you don't get any nasty surprises.
True
That's all I was
words,
gonna say about that.
wise words. Very well said. Well, thank you, Emily. Thank you for playing along with that interview. And thank you, audience, for voting for Emily. Support her on this write-a-thon if you can. And keep watching. We're going to get back to the story in just a second. Are we back?
And we are back.
We're back. Excellent. So you are poised outside the gate. The gate to the flaming courtyard of Darkdance Manor. It looks like Randy is coming back online, so we might have some technical
don't worry,
issues
just
in
go
a
for
second.
it.
But Yang Yang is on top of it. So
Yay, yang, yang.
So I wanted to, if you allow me, I'm going to use a second level spell on the Longstrider and give a little boost in speed to Rogar, because even though his legs are the perfect length, this gives him a little more ability to be the battle medic, move around the battlefield a little bit more quickly.
all right. Rogar, for the purposes, when he gets on, that increases his speed by 10 feet, as well as yours. So you cast it on yourself and on Rogar.
Right.
So that makes his speed 35, which is probably faster than he has, and those little dwarven legs have ever moved. All right. So, are there any other preparations that anyone makes?
Before I dropped, I was going to attempt to cast Freedom of Movement on Sturge.
Okay.
That was clear, which you can just look that up if you want.
Okay, sure.
Well,
did you catch that you have a boost to your speed also?
That's nice. So we're just like helping you around.
That's right. That's right. Little back scratching party.
Right. You help me move. I'll bring my pickup truck with me. Absolutely. And then I was going to cast Bless just in general on the group just before we go in.
#bless.
#bless. And that's 3 people. So let's see. I'll probably be Stone, Cecilia, and I don't know. Or Calith, just because she seems to get squished a lot.
Is this a 1d8? Is that right?
That you add a die 4 to your attack and save rolls.
Right. Okay.
Can I ask a question that's going to make me sound like Steven slightly?
Sure.
I could tell everyone to shut up.
Can I cast Armor of Agathis and then use, before we go into anything resembling initiative, use my Rod of the Pact Keeper to bring back my spell slot?
Sure.
Nice.
Min-max in.
I learned from the best.
Hey, you got those abilities, you might as well use them, right?
That's
Okay.
what I figured.
That's what they're there for. Yeah.
So Cecilia, armored in ice, and Sturge and Rogar both moving fast, and the golden light of Shurnlar around a few of you.
I say verbal, somatic, no material to cast. For 1 minute next, you 3 are blessed.
Ooh. Do you want to describe what your particular blessing feels like on us?
It feels like it's been a long winter, cold winter, and you step out and it's that first day of spring and the sun is like warm on your skin and you can kind of smell like a little bit of the green life in the air, like green new life. This feels like invigorating, and that's what it feels like.
Like a mint all over my body.
Okay. You head into the smoky courtyard of Myrin's manor house. The trees are on fire. Statues are pushed over. One of the fountains is broken, so water is leaked out all over the ground. which is chopped up, the grass burned. It's just a mess. You see, the courtyard is also littered with a number of bodies, black clad, several of them dismembered, flung about as though by great force.
I'm gonna stealth ahead.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
Oh, it's only a 14.
Okay. So Sturge moves off into the smoke. If you have lower than a passive of 14, then you don't see him, like he disappears.
Pretty standard.
Sturge, it's kind of it's very smoky and hazy and hard to see and sense where you're going. And you're trying to be stealthy about it, but you end up coming around a corner, and you see three men with dark cloaks and naked steel in their hands, one of whom his face is half covered in blood. And they look up at you at the same time that you notice them.
And do these look like grunts, or do they look like generals?
How many hit points do they look like they've got?
Make an insight check.
I mean, just roughly.
You think it'd be challenging to fight them? Like, really challenging?
Ooh, 22.
Nice.
They look like street level operatives.
Ah, okay. And do they see me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
They point
I
their
guess...
swords at you menacingly.
No.
They're
Mm.
naked swords.
Oh, no.
They point their swords in their scabbards at you. All right.
Okay, so
Real low-level operatives.
This is a spicy game.
are we going to roll initiative?
Are you the only
depends.
one there?
You are the only one there. All right, how are you going to handle it? Are you going to try and talk your way out of it, or are you going to fight? If you're going to fight, you're going to roll initiative.
There's very little chance they don't recognize Sturge.
Yo,
He says,
this is your
proudly.
chance to prove your way with people, Sturge. Like, this is it.
Look that charisma.
No, what's going to happen is we're going to do a little. Don't have the jump on them, so I'll do a little fairy fire on them, which is always fun. It's a dexterity save, and they need to beat a 14.
Okay. One of them made it. Another one did not, and the third one did. So you caught the second one, who starts glowing brightly.
Disengage, tumble backwards towards my friends. Couple dudes
Surge
up.
maneuver. Yeah.
Yep, and say 3 dudes right here. One of them's glowing. Go get him.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sure enough, 3 night masks come charging through the smoke after what they thought was one guy with a rapier
Sorry.
right up to the party.
Okay.
They are surprised.
So
This
we're
is
all
like
We'll
rolling
let
initiative?
you go in whatever order you want.
This is like when Han Solo and Chewie go chasing stormtroopers around a corner.
It is. It is very much like that.
Rogue
Except
arms.
you're the stormtroopers, I guess, in this scenario. All
Yeah.
right.
Stalin rolled a 5 for initiative, so he
Okay.
is going towards
Got
the
a
end.
4.
That's a
Oh,
contemplative
Me and you,
initiative.
Cecilia. Me and you. We're thinking about the situation.
Charging up.
Cecilia, do these look like low-level operatives to you?
Real low level.
Okay, I guess you're rolling initiative. So, Artemisia, what'd you get?
9.
I got a 9 as well.
Oh, I never rolled that, did I?
I think
Fist bump
asking
through
us
the
to
internet.
decide is
Yeah.
going to be a lot of you go, no, you go, no, you go.
Exactly.
Sturge.
Because we're too
18.
nice to each other.
Okay. Kayla.
We're exactly nice.
Bailiff
enough.
can't find her thing on D&D Beyond.
Oh,
Which page is it on?
you could just roll regular analog dice.
No, I am
on
rolling
a-
it, but I can't find her initiative
Modifier?
modifier.
It's right in the
Oh,
middle on the
yeah.
main page.
Middle top, ability saves, senses.
Rogar shit, you know.
Caleb, you go last.
Okay.
Yeah, Caleb. If you can't
You're
find
busy
your
trying to
initiative,
remember the words to your
get a one.
Blade song.
Well, okay, so I rolled a 5.
Yay,
So-
team in the back.
Yeah, welcome,
Wow, we're
welcome,
like-
Caleb.
So Artemisia and I both rolled a 9. So whatever Artemisia is doing at the same time as that, Rogar is shouting, unless you want to die, I would run away really fast.
Well, Sturge, you go first. So these 3 Nightmasts are there. You have run back, and then they appeared out of the smoke, and you're now between them and your friends.
And I'm going to spin around and go, oh, sucks to be glowing, and sneak attack the guy who is glowing.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
Remember you,
laddie.
have remember you have advantage, so 2d10. or
Oh,
2d20.
yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a 13, except I do have this ability to see things in the future.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
So you saw this moment,
I did see this moment.
and how did it go?
It was a 19.
God. All right, you stabbed him.
All right, good. And Mr. Whippy does 10 and another 14. So that's 24.
All right, you ran him through.
And
He goes down.
okay. And then I do a little bow flourish that whips the blood off the blade and disengage, tumble backwards through my friends.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Tracks.
Artemisia.
So she's gonna try something a little different. Also on brand. Since she has melee types and is not a melee type herself, she's gonna try to pick one to lightning lure. And then like
Fancy.
pull him back, but sort of with the idea that then she'll like step back and let one of the other people get to them.
Okay.
So if she's near Cecilia, she's going to try to get one of the guys and then like pull him back, and then Cecilia can go for him.
Clobber.
Okay.
So it's a strength saving throw or be pulled.
Oh, he did not succeed.
Okay, and then he gets some lightning's damage
Ah.
once he's within 5 feet of her. So she's got to get him close enough, but she
Yep.
wants to zap him. So she is going to do that. Super zappy. 9 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
Lightning
Is
crashes.
this the guy with the bloody face?
Mass screams.
Yes. So lightning wraps around him and pulls him. Ah! Did you add your bonus to lightning
Yeah.
damage? Okay. So yeah, that guy is now adjacent to most of you. And it is Rogar's turn.
Well, I shouted to them to go away. So, but I guess obviously one's dead, one's in a lightning whip. The other one is.
so much
Uh,
danger.
So I guess I will. Aye. All right. Love wounds, love hurt, love scars, hammer heart, and of course, my spiritual weapon appears. My hammer of love, which is oh,
On your background?
Ah.
Yay.
Yeah.
as in
Nice.
so the one that's adjacent, is he like adjacent as in striking like next to me, like
Yes, you could move like 5 feet and then hit him with your own hammer.
okay, so he's 5 feet away from me, like he can't. Okay, so no, I'll strike. Try to knock out the other one with the hammer of love. I'll flip it
Okay.
around onto the bumpy side and strike at him. Oh. No.
It sounded like a critical strike.
No, it was a 3 plus 7.
All right, so the hammer of love swings at this other guy who has the good sense to duck out of the way.
Right. I say, that was just a warning. I'm telling you, run away if you don't want to get hurt, lad. I don't want to hurt you. If I didn't have to. And then the guy next to me, as I say that, the guy next, I'll just go look. And with my action, I'll do a Sacred Flame. So, and he does a Dex save.
Okay. He failed his Dex save.
Okay. So I say, I don't, run away. I don't want to hurt you. And call my fire. Strikes down on this guy, and he goes, and he takes 2d8 radiant damage.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. Your words and your actions aren't exactly matching here.
I don't want to hurt you.
He doesn't want to, but he will.
I figured this guy is like, he's going to get finished off anyway. And if I can take this guy who's obviously going to die anyway and save this person from harm, then I will do so. That's his thinking.
Yep. He is seriously wounded. He's not quite dead. Just seriously wounded. Very badly burned. Okay. So, Caliph, your turn.
Is anyone adjacent to her right now?
Not really, but you can move right up to that guy if you want to.
All right. She's going to move right up to him and hit him with a booming blade.
Okay.
And it is an attack.
Mm-hmm.
So she can hit twice instead of once. Which actually happened at 6th level, but I didn't realize. Blade Singer extra attack starting at 6th level. You can attack twice instead of once whenever you take an attack action on your turn.
All right. Nice. Okay. Well, if you're casting Booming Blade, you're not taking the attack action. You're taking the cast a spell action, right?
Oh, as part of an action, you must make a melee attack?
As part of the spell, you make a melee attack.
Okay.
So you basically, you cast a spell and it prompts you to make a melee attack.
Oh, okay. In that case,
you can still do that. That's still a reasonable thing to do.
Well, is it possible for her to get like between that guy and like a straight line with her, someone else, and then that guy, so she can lightning glare pull them, and then whoever is in between gets to swing at them as they're pulled in her direction?
I don't think so. That you can't do that. I like how you're being creative, but the mechanics don't work quite that way.
That's what I feel like I say to my kids, D&D. I love your creativity.
Typically, opportunity attacks happen when the movement is intentional. If you're just pulling somebody, all right, I'm gonna look it up to see if you could do that. But
I mean, rule of cool, rule of fun.
Yeah.
You can do anything you want, Eric.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, if you wanna try that, I'll let you pull an enemy past one of your allies. Sure.
All right. Who can she pull them past?
Let's say you can pull him past Stong.
You ready for this?
Oh, yes.
Mr. Lightning Powers, go!
So she's going to move into position with Stong and then the Night Mask, and then throw out a lightning glare and hope he fails a strength saving throw of 15.
I hope he fails too. Were you blessed? Oh, that doesn't help you here, huh?
Fortunately, he did make his saving throw. I'm sorry.
Actually, I saw this.
Uh-oh.
I saw this. He rolled a 9.
Nice!
Goddamn diviner.
Oh my god, yes! Amazing!
All right. Well, he
Sturge,
did
I love your
not
levels
make his
of
saving
wizard.
throw. in
Yeah.
fact.
Divination wizard for the save.
It's pretty great.
Holy
He's
crap.
kind of becoming a know-it-all, though. It's a little bit annoying. Try
Shut
I love
up,
it.
Tracer. Anyway,
So Sturge knows it all.
He doesn't.
Knows.
Nice.
Oh, Brown.
Fair play.
That was well played, though, sir.
okay. So how much damage do you do to him? This is the guy that Rogar told to run away, by the way.
I didn't hear
I'm
that.
sorry about that.
I mean, he said it and then he didn't run. What did he think was going to happen?
I know.
Okay,
That's right.
so I want to clarify. You don't provoke an opportunity attack when you teleport or when somebody or something moves you without using your movement, action, or reaction.
Mhm.
For example, you don't provoke an opportunity attack if an explosion hurls you out of a foe's reach or if gravity causes you to fall past an enemy. But this is really cool, so I'm just letting you do it. All right, here we go.
6 lightning damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Ooh, actually, wait, I missed one. 11 lightning damage.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Oh my god. Maybe I shouldn't have let you do it. Okay. You do the lightning damage to him, but he manages to resist your pull. And except that, Sturge rewrote reality. And so he does not. You pull him
Excellent.
past Yang Yang, who is just waiting.
Mm, mm.
Would you, Stung, would you like to swing at this fellow?
So, oh man. So I'm basically of two minds, but I want to do a non-lethal swing because my friend Rogar did give him an out. And
You can always choose to just knock an enemy out rather than kill them. I don't want to say always, because there are certain situations where you can't do that. But in this situation, you could do that. If you drop
Like,
into
Dual
zero hit
meteor
points,
just
swarm.
cast you unconscious.
So
you
a
can't
concussion,
do
not
lightning bolt.
decapitation.
It's the dual damage.
yeah, so Stong has
Meteor
also
swarm, you
decided.
knock unconscious. Boom.
Yeah, Stong has also decided not to draw his sword until we fight like a boss or something.
So you're striking him with your
Just like I'm gonna
not
clothesline
naked
him.
steel.
Yeah, I'm gonna clothesline this sucker. I'm just gonna stick my arm out and let Kayla just like pull this sucker across my arm. Does
Like a wrestling move. Okay. Make a strength attack.
Smashing basher, smashing basher.
Oh, you have the
Does it-
brawler feat, don't you? Okay.
Tavern brawler? Yeah. Does a
Yeah.
26 hit?
Yes.
Oh, that's gonna be 7
If it
damage.
doesn't hit a low level night mask, we are in trouble.
7
Oh, yeah, night
close.
mask. I'm gonna break you.
What it feels like right now is we're all just showboating a little because
Yeah.
we can.
Styling
Yeah.
on these lobies.
Okay. How much damage do you do?
7 wrestling damage.
Okay, so you clothesline him. You smack him real good. He is not unconscious though. All right. It is your turn next, Thong, though.
Oh.
Huh,
So
interesting.
you clothesline him, and now he's like, what?
Oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna clothesline him, and then as he's like flying past me, I'm gonna reach over and grab him. Just I'm gonna basically attack him unarmed, but just narratively, I'm gonna grab him and try to suplex him. Let's see what I get.
Yes,
19.
okay.
It's a 19
Yeah,
hit.
that hits him.
Excellent. That's gonna be 9 damage.
What's a suplex?
Yeah. Okay, he's down. He is unconscious.
Just spike him in the end zone now.
Spike him in the end zone. That's not wrestling, Steven. That's football. American football.
So you slam
should
him
do
to
that
the
in wrestling.
ground. Do
So-
you just
After he's like slammed into the ground, I just hold him there until I'm sure he like slips into unconsciousness, and then I sit him up in like a nice little cradling position, and then I pat his head and just let him gently to the ground. I don't even need my second attack. We're good.
so you slam the night mask to the ground. The town crier outside the walls shouts KO. So he is just down.
Excellent.
And do you want to take a second attack?
I don't even need the second attack.
Okay, Cecilia, your turn.
Is there anybody left?
There's the one guy who is
Is it the one that
standing
Stomp's
right in front of
cradling?
you. No.
Oh, okay, good. No, let's chop his face off.
This one didn't get the warnings. Fair game.
After all the care we went through not to kill this one.
So that when I roll the bless on the attack and on the damage.
Just
Or
on
just
the
one?
attack.
Just on the attack. Okay, that's 22.
That hits.
And that is, wow, 17 damage?
Holy
I
cow!
regret that boon.
Jesus. How much
Impressive.
damage are you rolling?
It rolls 1d12. I use D&D Beyond for this because my dice are stinking.
Mhm.
So I rolled a 9, and then because of the thing that Sarshan taught me, even though maybe I don't want to use that right now, it adds my charisma modifier and my proficiency bonus, so it's an 8. So.
Your charisma modifier is an 8?
No, was it not but I'm proficient with my pact blade, so it gets my proficiency bonus, doesn't
The
it?
proficiency bonus is not added to damage.
Oh, okay. My apologies. It's a 14.
okay.
Still super
14
high.
is still plenty to kill this guy. So, okay. We worked that out. So you're killing this guy, not subduing this
And
guy.
I'm not understanding why we're subduing, and no one explained that to me because I feel like we hate night masks.
You did stay chop his face off. So,
You did.
so
and
Yang Yang
also,
was playing WrestleMania and you are playing Mortal Kombat.
I am.
Yeah.
Also, my pact blade, I have the thirsting blade as one of my other eldritch invocations, so
Right.
I get to hit him again.
Oh,
Nice.
my
Okay,
God.
so you
He's dead.
chop the first
Oh my god.
first half of his face off. And then as his body is falling, you chop the second half.
gonna
of
do
his
it again.
face
He's
off.
already dead, Cecilia. He's already dead.
Always double tap.
If
Oh,
you have
Caleb.
played Mortal Kombat X or 11, then you know what I'm describing. Okay, so yeah, he is very dead.
We've
really are
freed
siblings.
like 3 dudes,
fixed
and
it.
now
I
like
won't do it
the
again.
30 come or something.
let's get
yeah.
on to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay,
let's
well,
go.
they came out the doors of the manor house. You see flashes of energy, various bright lights within. You hear Myrin shouting, her voice a little ragged, shouting eldritch syllables.
I'm in
From
there,
inside.
man. Stealth. I'm just gonna backstab the biggest leader I can find.
Ooh.
Okay, so you stealth in there?
Yeah, I want to get a surprise shot if I can.
Okay.
The rest of us are just following you, though.
Yeah.
Plump,
We're the
plump,
distraction.
Well, he is really fast, so he
Point.
can probably get there before everyone else. So he gets inside, and so you see this first sturge. So Myrin's entrance hall is open to the sky, and it's a library, but the books never seem to get wet or damaged by the weather, even though there's a big hole in the roof. There is an earth moat which has like a gazebo on it, essentially, but the gazebo is significantly damaged and partly collapsed. The table is overturned and broken. The chairs are flung off. The earth moat is actually floating about 10 feet off the ground, kind of tilted to the side. And you see Myrin with her blue robe swirling around her. Bright blue runes are glowing all along her arms and on her neck and on her cheeks and forehead. And as she's casting spells. Yes, and she's obviously been doing this for a while. The more magic she uses, the brighter the glow is. And you see several black cloaked bodies sprawled on the ground. And Myrin is dueling no fewer than 3 black cloaked wizards. While a 4th person stands on one of the elevated balconies for the books. There are no ladders to these balconies, but there is a balcony there. And this person is perched on the railing to the balcony like an eagle or a hawk looking downward. And his features are hard to see, but he has dark kind of gray skin and very light colored hair. And he is shouting something in a language that I'm not sure any of you speak. Can you just tell me what languages you speak real fast?
Okay.
I know I should have it noted down.
If you have to
Undercommon.
ask, I don't speak it.
I have Common, Elvish, Rashemi, and Sylvan.
Okay.
Sylvan's
Undercommon.
useless.
These can't.
Common in orc.
Where do you find this?
Lower right of the main page. Or lower left, sorry.
Okay, well, Serge, because you speak Undercommon, you do understand. What are you saying?
Ooh.
You're common.
Main page.
It was during a dark
There's
period.
the abilities.
Teenage
ability
years.
saves
Maybe just
Oh,
speaks
he needed the
Celestial
money.
Undercommon
like
and
she
wrote
could
poetry.
do some languages in school. So.
Very goth teen.
And he is saying, really, this is disappointing. Why don't you just accept your destiny? You're just wasting effort and wasting lives. Don't you care about such things? And she grits her teeth and casts another spell. As you watch, one of the wizards sends a spear of black magic at her, and it deflects off this blue shield. She casts shield. And then she responds with a blast of flame that chops that wizard in half, splattering him across the wall. And then she's obviously panting and like,
I want that
really
next
low
one.
on magic. Okay.
I want that next one real bad.
The other wizards don't appear to have seen you yet.
I have a 22 stealth.
Serge. You have a 22 stealth.
Yes.
Okay. So there are two wizards who are down here on the ground floor fighting with Myrin, and there's the guy up above who is taunting her.
I'm not going to F with him. I think I know.
He's
who
wearing
it
a
is.
black
Dibs on
cloak
taunting guy.
and seems to.
Oh,
You're not
God,
sure.
you always get what you want.
Artemisia's always calling dibs on the guys.
So, Serge, you can take an action before the rest of your group gets here,
Yes.
if you want to.
It's going to be
I am keeping the initiative order.
dart forward, booming blade sneak attack, if that is possible. Since I've got a good stealth roll, I suppose.
On one of the wizards? you mean?
Yep.
Okay.
The one who's closest to me. And so we're going to go with that 27.
Yeah, that hits.
Go ahead and use your shield
that
there.
hits.
I bet it'll help.
It does not.
But he might waste a slot.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so 10 damage.
He was totally surprised by you appearing and stabbing him with your rapier.
19 damage.
Oh, wow.
And he's sheathed in shuddering energy. Disengage. Back where I came from. How far is the distance from that I had to cross to get there?
He was 15 feet away.
Perfect. Disengage back through the door I came through.
All right, so you tumble in, you see all this, you stab the guy,
And I'm just going to
sheathing him with
say,
energy,
yeah.
you disengage and you tumble away.
And
Perfect
then I will
Serge move.
tell my friends, vampire on the balcony. For you.
On the balcony. Okay, wow, that's like a code. Okay, I don't know what that means. Does he mean an actual vampire on the balcony?
Okay. Sarshan appears. You don't
was one of
know
my
exactly where he got to, but he shows up holding his pack blade, and he says, "Ah, there you are."
We're going in.
Oh,
We-
he charges in there.
Well, I take it that guy lived through getting.
Sorry, he had the higher initiative. So
But Cecilia would roll her eyes regardless. I have a quick question. Have we seen any sign of Illira?
Ooh, that's a good question.
She was gonna
No.
head here.
have not.
This could get good.
She tricked us into doing this, caring about Myrin and coming and saving her.
It's possible. Anyway, Sarshan charges in
Doesn't sound
there,
likely.
and then you hear a cry of alarm, like in an elven voice that's obviously Starshin going, "Oh shit!"
Oh,
God,
Sarshan.
go save his stupid butt.
Dude.
And then there's a blast of magic, and he goes, "Ah, ah, ah!"
Yeah.
Well, Artemisia looks very upset and worried about him.
Should we go in
Celia
there?
is mostly concerned that he's going to die without understanding exactly how he messed up.
Huh.
Artemisia, it is indeed your turn.
Do you want me to sending him right now and tell
I
him?
mean, he
can't.
charged in there
It's very
just
tempting.
before the wizards went, so they did their stuff to him.
Okey-doke.
Yeah.
Well,
25 words of
Artemisia
browbeating
is
can be
gonna-
yours.
Gonna follow. And
Okay.
if she can get with her movement to where she can see inside to have some targets, that's as far as she's
You
gonna
want
go.
to stop in the doorway?
Oh well, shit, because other people got to follow. Does she have enough movement where she can like stop slightly to the side of the doorway?
You want to like take cover behind the closed door? One of the doors is closed, the other is hanging ajar.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. So you're just standing next to the doorway. Yeah, you can see inside. Sarshan is like holding his sword, and their magic missiles arcing into him.
And does she have a view where she could see the balcony guy?
Yes, you do indeed see that frightening looking fellow up there.
I wonder what she might do.
Ooh, the Artemisia special?
Yes. Well, there's nobody in danger, so it's just perfect. She's got to do it.
He's just perched like a sucker on a bird on a wire.
Question is whether she uses a 4th level slot for it to
Oh,
make it
of
even.
course she does.
Oh,
Of
why
course
not?
she
Ooh, is the
does.
balcony a metal railing?
Always start strong.
Yes.
All right. Yes.
Lightning crashes.
You're throwing a lightning bolt at the
Yes.
guy on the balcony. Is that
Yeah, the
what's
guy
going
on the
on?
balcony. I'm rolling
What's
my
the
damage.
saving throw DC?
16.
I have unfortunate news for you.
Oh.
He dodges out of the
no.
way of your lightning bolt, which flecks off the wall and then bounces off up into the night sky above. Like he moved like a cat, and he stays perched on the railing and he looks down at you. You see his glowing red eyes, and he's clearly a vampire.
This had better not be the cat we brought back from.
Oh.
See, I shouldn't have used the 4th level. It all went to waste. Oh well.
Dex saves and against people with evasion. Okay. Rogar, your turn.
Rogar. All right. Rogar will. Let's see. How far away are the enemies from the door?
Well, the room itself is about 100 feet square.
Okay.
The battle is mostly taking place sort of in the middle. So you can say the nearest enemy, the one that Sturge stabbed, was 15 feet in from the door.
Okay. And then
And there's another one kind of on the other side of the room. And then there's the guy up on the balcony who is 80, 90 feet away from you at this point.
Okay. All right. I'll do. I'll send my hammer of love flying towards the guy on the balcony.
Okay,
only
it's going to
travels
take
20
a while to
20
get
feet.
there.
Aye. So while it's on its way, I will. I'll blast at the person attacking Myrin still. The one. So there's one left attacking Myrin.
2 wizards doing that. Sturge stabbed one, but he did not kill that guy.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'll shoot at that guy then. The one that Sturge stabbed. Because I know we have other people who like to throw bolts around. So they can take it the longer one. So a guiding bolt.
Oh, sorry. I looked up spiritual weapon. It's a range of 60 feet. So you could summon it
Right,
be 60 feet from you, and then you can move it beyond that. I'm looking if there's a rule that it has to be stay within that range, but I don't think it does really.
No, I think you can move it 20 feet each turn.
So you could actually attack him with the spiritual weapon on this round if you wanted to.
Hey, just quick question about evasion. It says it's an it applies to area effect spells. I don't know if lightning's an area but effect spell, but
I will look it up. Rogar, what else are you doing?
All right, okay. Well, I'll strike at him with the hammer of love then, and well, one better than last time. I rolled a 4 this time. So the hammer of love is just.
It's a warning.
It swings at him and he ducks out of the way.
It's always a warning shot. That's very noble.
Evasion. When you are subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to take only half damage, you instead take no damage if you succeed on the saving throw and only half damage if you fail.
It's weird. It says where I'm reading, this is the Roll20 thing, not as authoritative. It says you can nimbly dodge out of the way of certain area effects.
I believe lightning bolt does apply here.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. I mean, I want to be when I get evasion, I want to be able to dodge lightning.
Yeah,
bolt.
that's right.
That's right.
That's the player evasion.
That's the first sentence in the player's handbook. Then the second sentence tells you what the actual mechanical effect is.
I see. Okay.
Just out of curiosity, it's just dex save.
It is just dex save specifically,
Just
yes.
for curiosity's sake.
Oh,
Yeah,
what are you
just
plotting?
out of curiosity.
What are you plotting?
Snap.
In case somebody has a Constitution saving thing.
Okay, Rogar, so you attacked with the Hammer of Love. What else happened?
And then I do that, and then I'll strike at the person closest to me with the guiding bolt.
Okay.
So, I rolled a 13 plus 7, so 20. I rolled a 20.
Hang on one second.
And
Guiding Bolt is a first level spell. You'd have to use a cantrip. You can't cast 2 leveled spells like that.
oh, that's right, because I recast Spirit. So that's why I was just sending the one I'd already cast. But okay, yeah, I can't cast. I have to cast cantrip. So Sacred Flame on the guy,
Okay.
and he gets a dex save.
Okay.
And
His dexterity is not as good.
Every time you say
fails?
that.
No, but he did make it this time, though.
Guys,
okay.
why are they so
Alright.
cool?
I know.
Well, he rolled pretty well.
All right, so I'm like, second warning, and then I charge into the room 25 feet.
Okay. Remember that you still have the long strider, so you can you have a movement of 35 right now.
Oh, I move into the room 35 feet.
Great. Okay. Caliph.
So are any of them still like within 10 feet of each other?
No.
Hmm.
They are very spread out at the moment.
Tell him to squeeze in. Pretend you're taking a picture. I'm sure it'll
Photo,
work.
guys.
Let's see. Who looks the most dangerous? Who is
The guy
60
perched
feet-
on the railing looks the most
60
dangerous.
feet away from me.
He is more than 60 feet away from you, though.
I'm-
So you can hit the nearer of the 2 wizards.
Okay, I'm going to hit him with a hold person.
Mm.
There's a wisdom saving throw.
And what's the DC of your spell?
15.
15. Okay. He jerks up like he's caught by your spell.
Nice.
Okay. Stong.
Okay, am I 90 feet away from the wizard that's evading the lightning bolt? Or
The guy
vampire?
up on the railing?
Mhm.
You are 90 feet away from him, but he is also elevated from you by about 20 feet.
So you mean this person's like 110 feet total, or is it like 20 part of the 90?
He is 90 feet horizontally away from you and 20 feet up in the air.
A squared plus B squared.
Extreme.
Extreme indeed.
Okay.
No. It doesn't work that way. He is 90 feet away from you. I'm just saying that he's not on ground level.
Oh, okay, great. So heat metal is got a 60-foot range, and I can move 30 feet before casting it. Does this person look like they're wearing any metal?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay. Then in that case,
Magilla Gorilla time.
I don't have the slots. I used Greater Diz to keep my my chastity, my innocence. Okay. But what I do have is a dagger. I've had this dagger all this time, possibly as like part of the starter adventure kit. And I've never used it, but this seems like a great time to pull it out and throw it. So,
Stuck in him, then you can heal him.
90-foot toss.
So, actually, here's a question. So, the charger feat. Can I dash and then make a ranged attack with it, or is it? Oh no, I think it's melee.
No.
Okay.
It's melee only.
So 16 to hit.
16 to hit. You're throwing your dagger at him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that it just sails past him like he just moved out of the way. And it sinks into one of Myrin's books on the bookshelf behind him.
Oh, sorry, Myrin. I look at Artemisia and I go like, "Whoa, yeah, this person's hard to hit."
You did roll pretty well, so it sinks between two books. On the bookshelf.
There we go.
No books were harmed in the fake making of this.
That's important. We're all writers, right?
Yes.
You go ahead and cut a guy's face off twice.
Yeah, but you do not.
You do not bend or break a book's spine. That's just wrong. Okay.
Scans.
You never turn down the pages. No doggies.
Cecilia.
You're not using them as a coaster.
Definitely never turned down a page in my life. That never happened. I'm gonna cast Sickening Radiance on that guy up there on his little perch. Because even if he jumps out of it, that means he comes down here.
Okay.
It is a DC 17 Constitution.
What spell level is that you're casting? It's 4th, right? At your
That
level?
is a good question because actually, for some reason, it doesn't tell me. It is 4th. Yeah, 4th.
Yeah, your spell slots are 4th level though. So, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. He sees you start to cast that spell and starts casting counterspell.
Can I counterspell his counterspell? It's a reaction.
You can, in fact, do that.
I'm gonna counterspell his counterspell.
He's gonna do it right back.
Get him.
You guys are both gonna drain each other's slots together.
That's good. That's good for us.
Blue player versus
No
blue
way.
player.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll a spell casting check.
Let me start you. I don't know what it is.
It's a charisma
Oh, okay.
plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Roll a real die.
Right. Because he's casting a heightened version of counterspell.
I rolled a 20.
Oh, you managed
Nice.
So that's with a 5 for charisma.
it. So you cast your sickening radiance. He starts countering it. You counter his counter.
And
All while holding my stinking axe. Like
which is
Warcaster.
a great display of magical prowess. Just like a
Artemis
real wizard's
around.
duel is happening right now. Okay.
Artemisia is pretty damn impressed.
Thank you.
Sickening radiance spreads along that whole part of the room. What is the radius of sickening radiance?
It is a 30-foot sphere.
30-foot sphere. Like that's a 30-foot diameter or 30-foot radius?
Oh, it is radius because I always think it's diameter and I'm always wrong.
Okay.
Um,
So that fills a lot of the room. That's a 60-foot.
I do want it to be like up. So it's not like on the ground spreading out. It's like centered on
Yeah, but
hands
it's a
as possible.
sphere, right?
It is.
You
I'm just making clear. It's,
Okay.
I mean that way the edges, there's an edge because otherwise it could be like the diameter sitting on the ground.
Okay.
And we're all
Sure. It spreads through like most of that corner of the room up
Okay.
to basically the middle of the room.
we've seen this before.
Yeah.
And yeah, he is in that area of effect.
Nice.
Okay. Is that it?
Yes. It does not
Okay.
take effect. He doesn't actually have to make the Constitution throw until the beginning of his turn.
Okay. So round 2, it is his turn. So let's make a Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. He made it.
Oh, darn.
Oh, I rolled real high. Okay.
Still there.
Cool monster.
Unless Mr. Portent wants to screw with it in some way.
Used them all up on the scrubs. That was maybe not the best move.
Aha, you and your tracer powers are going to have to sit in the corner for a second. Okay.
It was a cool moment, Sturge. It was a
Sorry,
lovely
I keep
moment.
making the Overwatch reference. All right, so
I invoke the cantrip swap die. The DM must now swap his dice out.
Yeah.
no.
Do it, Eric.
All right.
If you mind, but the last time I rolled really
he
good.
hisses at you, displaying vampire fangs, and then leaps off the balcony. And while he's falling, disappears into mist and appears next to, I think it's Stong is the closest one in the room who is not in the radius.
That just seems like cheating.
Run back in the radius.
He says, "How dare you interfere?"
Totally will try.
How dare you fear?
So, I think a 27 is going to hit Stong.
Yeah, let me check. Yeah.
Yeah. 12 points of damage.
He slaps him.
No, he has a sword.
Oh.
It's a black rapier made of darkness.
Oh.
12 points of damage, and then he attacks you again. This time, critting you.
Oh no!
This dice.
He does 18 points of damage to you.
Did you put your armor back on?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You better throw that die away. Eric.
Oh shit! Sorry. He does a little bit more than that. You also take another 9 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
From the first hit.
Okay.
Shite.
And then you take 26 necrotic damage from the second hit.
You dead?
Josh.
No, because I've got Orcish Endurance or something.
Yeah, built-in
Relentless
5th level
endurance.
cleric spell.
So I am indeed dropped to 1, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
this is a cool.
He slashes you with the sword and then he runs you through. Like the sword bursts out of Stong's back. And then he wrenches it free. And Stong falls to his knees as the guy steps past him and says, "How dare you interfere with my plans?" As Stong stands back up behind him. Yeah. Sturge, your turn.
Jesus. Holy cow.
The silver lining is that guy is still being threatened by one of your allies. Technically.
Yep. Now he's in. How close is he to the other wizards?
I guess he's within 20 feet of the wizard who you damaged before.
The one and that dude's glowing, or he's paralyzed, right?
That guy is held personed. Yeah. I like how he used held personed as a verb.
Yeah. Okay.
Done.
I'm going to do that thing. So is disarming a thing?
In certain situations, yes.
I kind of want
You
that
can
rapier.
attempt to disarm somebody.
You're gonna take his sword.
I kind of want that rapier.
I mean, he can't move. He can't stop you.
Oh,
Yep,
Sturge is
that tracks.
always shopping.
The wizard is held personed. The vampire is not held
Yeah. So what's the mechanics for a disarm?
You can make an attack.
Mm-hmm.
And if you succeed, you'll do an opposed check of some kind. And if you succeed at that, then you'll disarm him. Battle masters are much better at disarming people.
Yeah,
They just
yeah.
have an attack that does that.
Okay. Yeah, you see, this is
like if you make the attack to disarm, you won't do damage because you're only trying to disarm him.
Does he have any kind of gear on him that's like, does he have a medallion around his neck? Does he have a tiara on or anything like that?
It doesn't seem so.
Okay. Yeah,
He's wearing black leathers.
Mm-hmm. The only way we're gonna get this dude is if we I gotta do chill touch at second level on him, so he can't regenerate. We gotta establish that issue here. Okay, so that's an attack. 17.
Okay, you missed him.
Fart.
Oh.
Yeah. That
Okay.
sucks.
Yeah, he parries your sword aside.
No, not sword. That's chill touch.
Oh,
I sent a ghostly hand at him that went.
he swats it with his sword of darkness, and your spell's just absorbed into the sword.
Okay, retreat farther into the hallway.
You mean you retreat out of the room?
No, I've been in the doorway. I'm just I don't want to be in his. I don't
So
want to.
you're retreating out of the hall,
No,
back onto the porch,
no, just moving against the nearest wall so that he can't see me.
inside the hall.
Hallway, yeah, like
Should
5
just
feet.
hide
In.
It's not a hallway; it's a
Oh.
grand hall.
Is
There are stairs leading up, and there are doors to other rooms. But
Okay.
it is a grand hall. It's not a hallway.
Okay,
Sorry, I wasn't very clear about that.
that's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
Damn it.
You want to try and hide? Is that what
Yes.
you said?
Yes, I can do that as my bonus action. So
Make a stealth check.
that's what I'll do. Sorry to take so
Question.
long.
So you're
Is
kind of
Sarshan-
taking cover behind broken furniture and fallen books and such.
24.
Okay. Yeah, Sarshan is there.
Like, I'm a book. Is Sarshan because he was supposed to go before Sturge, wasn't he? Or is he?
Sarshan
down?
goes after Sturge.
Okay.
Sarshan's going next.
Cool.
Yeah,
Thank you
Sarshan
for catching me up.
sees the big threat, and he is gonna go over and attack the vampire.
Be careful, Sarshan.
Swings at him. The vampire just easily eludes his attack.
Oh my goodness.
God, I hate these guys.
Swings at him again. The vampire casually parries his blade aside.
We should exterminate them slowly, one by one, like we're doing now. We never have to deal with them ever again.
You are interfering with events that you cannot possibly understand.
So we are interfering. Ha.
It's the wizards' turn. That's the plural of wizards. The plural possessive is wizards'.
I hope one of them
So-
heals me.
So, is there a follow-up save for the whole person, or is
Yeah.
I'm just gonna-
at the end of each of his turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. On a success, the spell ends on the target.
Oh, it's at the end of their turn?
Yeah, it's at the end of
Oh,
the turn.
nice.
That's
Okay,
nice.
so yeah, he does manage to shake off the held person effect. The other wizard is still attacking Myrin. So but he's actually inside the radius of the searing, scorching death. And he did not make his fortitude save. So what
Okay.
happens to him, Cecilia?
First of all,
All his hair
he
falls off.
takes 22 points of radiant damage.
Oh my god,
Oh,
he
wow.
really wants to get out of there.
And then also he takes 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh my
And he
god.
is now emitting a dim reddish light since it's a sickening radiance. Looks
Yeah.
like
Nice.
cold blood.
The
Um,
sickening radiance reveals the
radius.
truth of things.
Yeah.
So it's like you see him in extra high definition. Like you
Yeah.
can see every single imperfection in
with
his
like
face
a-
and skin.
And with the red is turned up on the video too much.
Right, exactly.
It's like
and
out.
he looks sallow and drawn, like he's aging before your eyes. And he's like, oh no. And he has a fly on himself, and so he flies upward to try and get out of the area of effect.
Isn't he
And
still
just
in it,
as a
though?
note, I don't know if he's got this planned, but he cannot turn invisible because he's glowing all weird.
Oh,
Yep,
nice.
I do keep that in mind.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
I should point out that your radiance did reveal an invisible creature but it was an invisible body that's lying on the ground.
Oh, nice.
Don't trip on that, guys. Safety first.
No, you heard a short, and then this person, died in the radius of your.
Nice. And his corpse is now rotting and burning apart.
Gross.
Less nice.
Yeah, your spell is pretty gross. I gotta say. All right. Okay. Artemisia.
God, that's the ultimate area of effect spell.
Yeah, don't go in it.
So I don't know if this is too complicated, but rule of cool. So she has a storm sphere now, which is a sphere with a 20-foot radius, and she's going to burn sorcery points because she's out of 4 spell slots. So she's going to get back 1 4th level spell slot.
All right. So you tap into the power within yourself.
Yeah.
Dragon.
Draconic power within yourself.
So that she's going to try to cast it sort of overlapping with the Sickening Radiance because it's difficult terrain inside of it. So if we can get people in both, then it's even harder to get back out.
So this is like a crackling sphere of lightning and stuff?
Yeah. So it's sort of like storminess inside of it, not just lightning, but clouds.
Like one of those globes, and you touch the plasma globes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Also full of death light.
Yeah, also full of death light.
The worst snow globe ever.
Okay.
So she's going to try to get the wizard that's flying. She's not focusing on the.
Oh man, he thought he was going to escape. Okay. So, all right. What save does he have to roll?
So when the sphere appears,
yeah, sadly.
Nice.
And he's in it, he needs a strength saving throw.
Strength. Wow. Nice.
Boy.
Wizards are well known for having excellent.
Okay.
On.
This is what he's going to do. He is going to try and counter that.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
But it's a 4th level spell, so he's got to roll to see if he does. Here we go. Oh. Okay. He gets caught in the effect.
Wizard.
What all happens to him?
Oh, I think she froze.
I think she's frozen.
Oh no.
She's frozen in joy.
I'm pretty sure that spell makes him into a little mini lightning generator, and he electrocutes the vampire.
Yeah,
I got it right now. That's definitely what it says.
Yeah, and the energy that exudes from it heals everybody else, right?
Oh yes.
Yang fixes.
Oh, yeah, we're a little mixed up right now, but I'll fix it. No worries.
Tis the night of internet. Anyway.
So it goes off. It hits him.
Okay.
He was just about to escape too.
So for being in the sphere, he gets bludgeoning damage of 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
From the buffeting of the wind. So not lightning's not quite hitting him just yet. All the wind.
Okay.
Does this sphere move with him?
No, it's fixed.
It's a static effect. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Maybe going up was not the right way to escape.
We can think 3-dimensionally too.
Rogar.
Right. So, what's the status of our enemies at this point? We have.
Well, there's the vampire who basically eviscerated Stong and shrugged off Sarshan and Sturge's attempts to harm him.
Okay.
And he is standing not too far from you.
Okay.
Like you might be next, is what I'm saying.
Sure.
There is a wizard who was held, but he is now free to move around again, and he is about 20 feet or so from you, off to the side.
All right.
And there is a wizard inside the very edge of the searing radiance that Cecilia cast, and also the storm cube globe of destruction that Artemisia cast, because screw that guy in particular, right?
I'm gonna go grapple that guy. No, I'm just
he changed teams. He didn't take it.
He is 60 feet in the air at the moment,
Aye.
just
Pretty-
at the edge of the searing radiance. He just couldn't quite get it free.
Pretty fly for a night.
Oh,
Oh.
Now, fly
He's
only
going
grants you
down.
a certain amount of speed, right?
yeah, he's going down.
All right.
Well, he might make
well,
his save. He might.
Is it a half?
Okay, well, the one-
day?
Oh, it's a speed of 60. All right.
I'm
He's still
I'm
in
getting
the area.
internet warnings all of a sudden. So I rolled 22 to strike a previously lassoed wizard with a hammer,
Okay, that hits.
and it was.
Although the hammer
and-
is pretty far away at this point.
Oh, that's true, because I sent it way over there. So I guess it's within range to hit the guy that's in the fly
the
guy,
sky.
right?
Fly guy.
That's who I strike at, and it does.
The wizard's like, my life is terrible. It could not get any worse.
It does 8 points of damage.
Damn.
I'm basically trying to put him out of his misery. Like I'm trying to be merciful in his death there. Just knock the
Okay.
guy for him. And then
Maybe-
so I strike
Maybe
him in
even
the
get to
head
the
with
other side and remember the love of Sharindlar. Really,
Exactly.
the nicest thing you could do.
It's true. Poor guy. And then I run over and lay my hand on Stong, and I say, Sharindlar's grace heal you, and it is 8, 7 plus 7, 14 hit points.
Nice.
Okay.
Your wounds. Third level.
Your minty fresh healing cascades over my body.
Aye.
Okay. Aelith.
All right. So the lightning sphere is still up there. Still
Yes.
going. How far away from the vampire is it?
He is 10 feet outside the area of effect of the searing radiance. How big is the lightning sphere again, Rhiannon?
20-foot radius.
Okay, so that's kind of smaller.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not in the center of the searing radiance. It's toward the top of the searing radiance, because that's where the wizard was.
Is the edge of it higher than 10 feet off the ground? Or 20 feet?
The lightning cube? Yeah, it's much higher than that.
Okay.
The searing radiance, however, is touching the ground. So if you like pushed the vampire, you could push him into the searing radiance.
Yes, Caleb can try and push him with her -1 strength modifier.
Don't you have a
Well, I
spell?
was thinking
Can't
of
you
a
shatter him
spell.
backwards or something?
I don't think Shadow
I don't know how shatter
pushes.
works, I'll be honest.
No, it does not. But like a thunder wave would do that, for instance.
What I was initially thinking was wall of water, so then make like connect the lightning spheres in it.
Oh,
But it's too high up. Can't do that.
That would be pretty fun. Yeah.
Let's see then.
I'm sort of regretting not taking the Eldritch Invocation that pushes when you use it. But
Yeah.
it took agonizing glasses, which adds to the damage in that. But right now, I kind of wish I had pushing.
I guess you can just try and hold first in the. Wait, no.
You have tried and hold person on undead creatures before.
Yeah. Remembering that.
Has not
I'm her memory,
yielded
and I whispered to
positive
her.
results.
yeah.
Going to okay. I guess gonna just try and shatter a vampire. And
Okay.
it's a 10-foot radius, so she's gonna position it just so Stong is not in it. The Stong does not look like he can take it right now.
You know what?
Unfortunately, Rogar, Stong, and Sarshan are all basically adjacent to him. And so you're going to hit one of them with that effect.
I was gonna nod at you anyways.
Oh.
Don't nod at me right now. Don't do that.
Do you ever go below 1? If you go below 1 again?
Oh, then it's that's it.
Oh, yeah. It only
Once per
happens the
long
one
rest.
time.
Okay, that's what I
long
thought, but
rest.
it would be
Yeah.
good. It's good to know.
All right,
We're not
just
doing
gonna,
that.
Just gonna do Ray of Frost on the vampire then.
Okay.
All right. That's going to
Blow his
be
regeneration.
26.
That definitely hits.
Nice.
That is 2d8. That's going to be 8. And speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Okay, frost spreads across him. He looks in disgust at this effect. Okay. And he looks up at you, and he seems to recognize you.
At who?
Caliph.
Wait, why?
Also, you're half.
He's your brother. Just kidding.
Alternately, he also
You
looks
just
like your
cheekbones
dad.
look familiar.
But there's like a flicker of recognition in his face. And maybe hesitation, maybe uncertainty. Hard to say.
Does
Okay.
Aiden have a
Stong,
pet
your
vampire?
turn.
Mhm.
Is this Aiden?
Quick question: Is
It's not
Sarshan
Aiden.
and Myrin, are they down or are they?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Sarshan is fighting with this vampire. Myrin is fighting with the two wizards.
Got it. Okay.
Like she's trading spells with them.
Okay.
I believe Cecilia goes after me, right?
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
It's
It's Stong, Cecilia, and
And then I'll
Yeah.
touch him.
I mean, the only reliable shove that I have is with my charger feet, and that would require me to like run away from the vampire and then run back into him, which I'm definitely willing to do. I was trying to remember if he used his reaction or not, and I don't think he has, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, so Stong has just had that sword ripped out of him. He's been healed by Rogar. Gonna see the sickening radiance like over in the distance, and so he's going to try to attempt to run away from the vampire as the vampire is distracted by Kayla's frost.
Okay, the vampire is going to try and hit you.
Okay.
With his free hand, he reaches out to grab you. Yeah, unfortunately, he hits you. 29.
Oh, gotta what? Oh, that's a hit. Okay,
Yeah,
gotta hit at some
like
point.
29 damage. Okay.
Gotta miss sometime though.
He does 14 points of bludgeoning
Oh
damage.
no!
And you are
Okay.
grabbed.
I'm grabbed.
Yes.
You can use okay.
Where do you think you're going?
Okay.
And he
okay.
is-
Okay.
Fiendishly strong. Like, as strong or maybe stronger than you.
Isn't it undeadly strong? Not fiendish.
Unholy strength is what
Yeah.
he has.
But even
Like,
if it's
somebody did the cheap shot of casting at least 3 unholy strengths on this guy.
Somebody.
okay,
That's
so,
your magic card reference for the night.
So this creature also gets a free grapple and an attack on an opportunity.
Well, one of his attacks does damage and grabs a
2
target.
opportunity attack. Okay.
It's just one. It's just it does damage and the target is grappled.
Okay. But when we're in the grappled condition, so basically that was my movement, but that stopped me. I still have my action.
Correct.
Okay. And I guess I have to just attack them.
Oh, yeah. Unless you can hurl him.
So I mean, we could make opposing grapples, but
Yeah, you could make an
Eric-
attempt to escape.
Could he?
Okay, when he attacks me and he makes a grapple, I get a chance to get out of it, and if I do, I can still take the rest of my movement.
Okay. It is an action to escape from the grappled condition. Like, that's just something that anyone can do.
I see.
If you're
I see.
grappled, you can make an athletics or acrobatics check to escape as an action. If you do
Okay.
that, you would still have the rest of your movement. Sure.
I think this creature has earned me drawing my sword,
Yes.
and I am going to attack it twice.
Nice. Yes.
So the first is going to be a 25. Does that hit?
Yes.
Second is going to be a 20, a dirty 20. Does that hit?
Yes.
So in total,
Describe it. What do? You like draw it?
I'm going to see how much total damage. It's going to be 21 total damage. So Song attempts try to do the heroic thing, while this vampire is distracted and like run away so that Stong could shove him into the sickening radiance. This vampire notices, grabs him, and not only grabs him, but delivers like a devastating blow. Stong, eyes unfocused, blood pouring from the wounds from his chest and out of other cuts on all along his body, pulls out his sword and just weakly chops away at this vampire. It sinks. His sword sinks into the vampire's flesh. But Eric, how damaged does this vampire look with 20?
How much damage did you do? You did 20 damage?
20 total.
Not very much.
So this vampire's still looking real strong and Stong's looking real weak.
Like you sank your sword into him. And it went not it should have gone through him, but it just kind of into him a little bit.
Okay. So Stong is still in the grips.
And then you did it again. You know.
Yeah. Stong is still in the grips of this creature. And he's going to try his best to keep this creature's attention on him. Is that all you got? Because it was really good.
You're the ones who killed the Duchess, are you not?
Oh, I'm sorry, she started it.
Who told you that? Okay, so that's my turn.
My magic told me that. I had meant to visit you on some isolated night, but now I think I shall take some of my revenge now.
Can I just chop him in the face in the middle of this conversation?
Cecilia.
That feels like Cecilia's style. Actually, I am sort of torn.
Make a melee attack on him, sure.
I'm sort of torn between doing a chill touch and going for the face chop.
It's a signature move.
Neither of these are great options. I recognize that, but I don't have the natural strength to throw him in the sickening radiance. So I don't know.
Doesn't the chill touch do something to vampires for later?
It does. It makes him not able to regenerate until my next turn. So that's good. But also, I feel like Cecilia would just chop him.
Legit.
Okay, here we go. High. Cecilia thinks about this and chill touches him. Low. She doesn't. She goes with her emotions because he's strangling Stong. She wants to hit something and she chops him.
Okay.
She chops him.
Okay, great.
This is going to be such a bad idea. But okay, I said I was going to do that. All right. So that one is a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Should I go ahead and roll both attacks and then do the damage?
Yeah.
Okay. That one, that's a 26.
Yeah,
nice.
Being nice to me. I like your dice. Okay, and then I'll just, because I don't have my 12s out. Okay, so that is a 15, and I fixed it. Damage for the first roll.
Okay.
And then a 7. So 22. With a magic weapon. For the record.
Okay. Yep. You hit him with your weapon.
Yep.
And he's holding Stong. He lifts Stong slightly. I like your description, Yang Yang. He didn't just grab you, he sank his claws into you. Like he did grab you, but he grabbed like a hunk of your flesh. Like he reached up under your rib cage with his claws. And he's lifting you in the air now. And he says, "You will all die this night."
Where's that before?
Here.
Better vamps than you have tried.
None are better than the Night King.
Oh, the Night King.
That's not what I heard.
And you hear
who the Night King is.
a strangled cry from Myrin's direction. And she says, "No!" and casts a spell. And reality tears across the room, enveloping you in the folds of reality. And the Night King is torn away from Stong. Like his hand comes out of Stong and he's yanked away as though something had caught like a cord attached to him and just pulled him backward. And then the the ribbon of collapsing reality washes over all of you, and you find yourselves whisked away to some other plane. And that's all the time we have for tonight. Good question. So, thank you, players. I left you all on that cliffhanger, so tune in next week to find out what happened to the Westgate Irregulars. What did Myrin do? This is not the first time that she has cast a crazy spell and it has done something.
Yep.
Yeah, find out if Stong falls 6 feet and takes 1 point of damage.
I'm going to try to catch Stong, because I think Cecilia would try, even though that is not a smart choice.
Yep, we'll resolve that
all right, cool.
next session. So thank you for tuning in. I have been Eric Scott Devi, your DM for this adventure. And take it away, Aaron.
Myrin M. Evans, and thank you to our sponsors, Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. Check them out, idlechampions.com.
Thank you to our moderators tonight, Saldarine and Shay.
Thank you to Yang Yang for handling our tech.
Oh, you're welcome.
Put you through your paces tonight.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's hunt those gremlins down and like murder those Mortal Kombat, those gremlins.
Yes.
Thank you to all of you for watching us.
Yeah.
Follow, subscribe.
Yeah, follow, subscribe. Check out the donate buttons below. There are some good causes there. And check out our website for more information on our characters, our players, our campaign, bonus material, etc., etc. So thank you all for watching, and stay scrawly.